Yo, welcome to Knicks at Night. I'm your co-host, Stephen Fox. Our host, our founder, and our leader, Uncle Freezie, will be here soon. Happy birthday, Tibbs. Our Knicks gave him the best present possible with a 30-point, 105-75 blowout win against the shorthanded Celtics, which snapped our 5-game losing streak. The Knicks led the entire game, and we're now 4-4 on the road. It's the first time a Knicks team has held an opponent to less than 80 points since 2016. The Celtics were held to under 30% shooting for the game and under 15% from three. Great team defense. Randall, RJ, and Quick led the way. This is a three-headed monster about to take off, and thanks to Quick and his 8 assists, Obi had his first good game and several monster dunks that brought smiles to Knicks fans everywhere. We'll go over the game. We'll recap the players' performances with the video panel and our live chat. And let me do a shout out to my family. Sima Singh, how are you, my brother? Hope all is well. Can't wait to see you on this video panel soon. Pseudonym Skype, hope all is well. Lily Phillips, man, what's good? Always good to talk with you. Wayne Peterson, Junior Martin, Anton Cates, AK, hope all is well. Chuck Allen, Joe Madden's in the building. Hey, Joe, hope as well. Hope I see you. Felipe 210, a Nudie 25, man. Morning, noon, and night. Really appreciate all your support. Tennessee Knicks, good win today. I agree. Freezie, when you want, bring in our boys to the video channel and girls. I'm cool either way. Robert Parr, again, family, how are you? Hope all is well. Hope you had a good weekend, a good Sunday. Derek Grant, same to you. Chuck Allen, same to you. Bricks Nation. Robbie 24 Cano. Oh boy, we have everyone. Daryl Pemberton, again, all of our family is in here tonight. Wow, I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. And please show some love to Freezie and the old Sly Fox. Please remember to hit those likes, subscribe, and reminder bells so you don't miss out on any Knicks at Night and Knicks Morning Drive broadcasts. And please share this link on your favorite social media platforms so we can grow the Lawrence Tears family. And thanks again for getting us over the 1,250 subscriber milestone. 1,500, here we come, and we greatly appreciate it. And just an early shout out to the best mods in the land. Sima Singh, great guy. Bodega Wi-Fi, great guy. The new Knicks, great guy. Boy, are we lucky to have these guys in our life. So, King Matthew, hope all is well. Brooklyn Belly, Dado M. So, great win for us tonight, this afternoon. Wasn't expecting it. I know they were without Tatum. I know they were without the Williams, their center, or their long-armed forward that plays center. But Burks was still out. Obi's back, thank God, and played, and we'll go into that tonight. Frank was still out. The lineup was Bullock, Randall, Robinson, RJ, and Payton. And the Celtics were Brown, Williams, Tristan Thompson, Smart, and Walker. Wow. It was a good game. Great game for us. Like I said, from the start, we were in a rhythm, and I think we're gonna really get into it tonight. RJ looked great, 3 games in a row. I don't know if he stopped thinking, but his corner three. What did he do today on his corner threes? He was 2 for 4, 50%. We'll take that every day of the week, and he just looked a lot smoother. So Randall with 20, RJ with 19, and our guy Quick with 17. And they were out by 4 minutes to play. So there's my partner, Mr. Kevin W. He's putting on those headphones as we speak. Hey, partner, how are you?
Stephen Fox, what is going on with you this evening?
You're what's going on, as always, my friend.
I wish. I know.
You're a good dude, and I love doing doing broadcasts with you, man.
It is my pleasure.
So you must have a good feeling today. I wish our guy Knox, he only had 15 minutes. I wish he had a little more time today, but a win is a win, and it was a big win. And even without a Jason Tatum, but I think it was a good measuring stick, and defense woke up today. There was a turnstile in the last several games of people getting to the hole on us, but wow, we played tough.
It was a good collaborative team win. There was a lot of people who stepped up. It was it was very refreshing to finally get a win after so many. The losses were just bad losses to teams that we probably should have beat or just undermanned. So, but yeah, it's good to get back on the other side of the column and the win column, and we got to turn right back around tomorrow for another early game. So,
And another team depleted by injuries.
yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes. But let's bask in this victory tonight. No Chuck B negativity.
Hey, there's our guy Rob coming in. So, hey Joe, how you doing? You must be feeling well about
what's happening, guys. How we doing?
We're doing great.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with their I'm happy with the performance. I'm just mad because I know what this team can do, and they don't do it consistent enough. That's why I'm still on the edge about the playoff. But I think the team does have the ability to get the playoffs. We see it. It's just, can we get it consistently? And I think they kind of knew with the Cleveland game that they threw it away, and they come out strong early. That's what we haven't seen too often, where they come out at the beginning of the game all guns blazing, and they did it tonight. And I think tomorrow night's a must win just to keep this momentum going. Because once you want to get back in a win way, you don't want to have a big win and then have another loss. You want to just hopefully a big win tomorrow, a big game tomorrow. If they come away with the win, it's a good start then to go out west for the 3 or 4 game road trip out west. But I'm happy. Keep going. Keep doing what they're doing.
Our brother Rob the Knick has said accurately that during this season, how are you, my friend? That we're gonna win games we shouldn't win, and we're gonna lose games we should win. And I listened to you very closely, Rob. I love your insight.
You've been right on the money so far.
Yeah, man, had great insight and great wisdom. That's why
you've been right on the money so far.
Team. So, Latrell, how are you today?
Good, great game. That was fun to watch. Very, very loved the defense. Loved how we started the game. Just you could tell the guys were into it. And Tibbs, they got a win on his birthday. And I'm with Joe. Let's start back up early tomorrow. Let's continue it.
Yeah. And let's swing it over to how you doing today, Rob. I didn't know whether you'd have one of those infernos out for our impressive victory, but I know you're burning in your heart. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the infernos, so it's a good night in store.
Yeah,
how's things?
It was a good win, like we said, the ones. So is it a makeup or is it a letdown from win? We just got to take it like that. Take every win and cherish it. That's all, and just keep it moving. You got to be like they do. Can't keep a loss in the head too long. Come right back. Put down a W. Try to get that record to 500, development, and a win. Good luck.
Yeah. This morning on Knicks Morning Drive, a great show as always with our boy Freezie. He asked everybody that was in the chat for their thoughts on the game, and I sent in that I thought that Quick was going to go off today. I put him down for 30. I put down both RJ and Randall for 23. And being they left 4 minutes, basically because of the blowout, they got out of the game early with about 4 or so minutes left in the game. I think my prediction was kind of accurate there because I definitely think both, Randall already had 20, RJ had 19. Give him another 4 or so minutes, and the same thing with Quick. I think we would have had three definite 20-point scorers, and that's what I think we'll kick off the chat with tonight. And as always, I'm getting a little away from the formalized. There's only so much you want to talk about Peyton. There's only so much you want to talk about Bullock. Some segueing to more of a freestyle. So, whatever's in your...
Here's a freestyle for you. Do you know today has more celebrity birthdays than almost any other day of the year? It's kind of creepy.
Yeah. Wow. Besides Tibbs, whose birthday is it?
Wow. It's Michelle Obama's birthday. It's Dwayne Wade's birthday. It's James Earl Jones' birthday. Betty White's, Muhammad Ali's birthday would have been today. Benjamin Franklin's birthday would have been today. Steve Harvey's birthday is today. It is a lot of birthdays today. It is amazing.
I told you I haven't watched news in a year and a half, so I don't know that. The only birthday I knew was Freezie a couple days ago, and somebody I like for some reason on the 27th, I think has a birthday. I forgot his name, but that's right. It's
We
you,
are bringing in Aquarius season,
Uncle
right?
Freezie birthday weekend. Uncle Freezie birthday weekend too.
Freezie.
Happy
How
birthday, bro.
are you, buddy?
Hey, Foxy, that prediction was spot on.
It was. I'm telling you, if they played more, and you know what? That's what I want to kick the show off with. Is I called it a three-headed monster. I don't know if Tibbs will let put Quick to play with RJ and Randall. I think he's going to be more on the second team, but I think the kid's electric. He brings out the best.
Yeah.
We saw Obi. What were your thoughts today, Freeze?
I loved seeing a modern point guard work his magic for us, as opposed to that old school mess that people clamor for. The Elfrid Payton type, dribble. Hey man, move that basketball, get others involved, let people touch that thing, man. That's what we want people to do. You know what I'm saying? A pause, by the way. But yeah. But Fox is right. When I saw the thing in the comments, I thought people may have overlooked it, and I was hoping that they wouldn't, because what that means about what you said, what that means is that more people feel like they're involved in the game, as opposed to it just being a narrative. So by what you're saying was really, really smart, and it had some forethought to it. It wasn't just a random knee-jerk, statement. Because if Quickly is getting others involved, people feel more involved in the team game on offense. And as a matter of fact, just to co-sign what you said, you saw a lot more of Reggie Bullock wanting to it was just crazy. I don't know if it was just Tibbs' birthday and it was Boston or whatever it is, but whatever it was like the perfect storm of the thought that you put in the chat earlier. So kudos to you for that.
Well, you know what? I just thought to myself when I watched this kid, and I'll give you the simplistic, the way my simplistic brain works, that I said, this kid, meaning Quick, is so talented on the offensive part of the game that in a quarter, I think he very easily is going to score 2 baskets a quarter. So that's 8 baskets a game, and times 2 is 16. He has a couple of threes in there. All of a sudden, so I definitely looking at this kid. Bless you, by the way, from 18
and
to 20
free throws, yeah,
18 to 20 points, and then you put in 20 points for RJ. He's getting in his groove. Hey, didn't you think the kid looked comfortable today in his shooting? It looked like he's not thinking. He's just letting the game come to him. He just looked relaxed, and I thought he played beautifully today, RJ.
Yeah.
And you see,
man,
the media's been talking. The media has been talking a lot about. Sorry for.
I think Freeze went on mute. So Joe, you want to keep going? Or Freeze?
I was getting out of Joe's way.
Oh no, I was just going to say. You see, on YouTube and the media, everyone's been ranting about that kid, Peyton Pritchard of the Celtics, saying that he wanted to steal the draft. Look, Quickly schooled them today. Every time Peyton Pritchard was on the court, Quickly had his way with him.
Yeah, it was like you're 25, I'm 26, but I'm more like I'm going to be something you're not going to be. Hey, this kid, he runs a pick and roll like a seasoned vet. I mean, for a rookie, woo! He's so smooth. So let's kick it off. We'll start with you, Joe. I brought up with Freezie, like I said, and in the opening that, I think we have a 3-headed monster, man, meaning guys that can score 3 guys on this team that can score 20 points every night, meaning Randall, RJ, and Quick. What's your thoughts there? What are your thoughts going forward? Like I said, we're going freestyle tonight. So what's in your gut? And also just a quick shout out to Guillermo, Legend and Knicks podcast. I hope all is well, man. Salute to you, my friend. Jarrell Williams, David Jackson, Jonathan JD, hope all is well. He said he's slightly concerned with how Tibbs is not investing enough in Knox. I thought he could play more minutes myself, JD. Watch him leave and have a Jeremy Grant trajectory, not defensively, who will get missing. Take it, Joe. I just wanted to get a quick shout out to our family. I love them. That looked like a good hit.
Yeah. I'm impressed, and what I've been saying the last couple of games, Randall is turning my hand. Like, I didn't like a lot of Randall. He's turning my hand. I still do think that if we are losing, they might trade him. But the way we play in now, we need him to. We wouldn't be where we are without Randall. RJ's having on and off games, but when we're saying people are saying, no, he needs to be benched. He's not efficient. Yeah, he hasn't been efficient, but he's still putting up big numbers. He's averaging close to 17. He's getting 7 or 8. Like, he's got like 3 double-doubles, I think, this year with rebounds. For a guard, that's something you don't see too often. Quickly, I love what Quickly's doing. I want him to start, but at the same time, I want him to play with Obi. Because I think that chemistry between him and Obi looks very nice. Like, people were downing on Obi, but Obi slowly, you're going to see these games from Obi where he gets 4 or 5 rebounds, 12, 15 points. And I think a lot of that help will come with a good point guard. That's why I want to see Quickly on the floor with him. I'm afraid if Quickly starts and Peyton is on the bench at the second unit, Quickly won't get as much touches. Or Obi won't get as much touches with Peyton, because we know how Peyton likes to roll when he's on the court. But I hope eventually
just real quick, I felt the same way as you did. I think there's like this immediate chemistry I feel between Quick and Obi, that they just have good intuition with each other, and they're just starting to play with each other. Can't wait to see them blossom together.
Yeah, and Obi starting as Clyde brought up in the broadcast, if you guys didn't hear, was that he said that how Obi had 9 months off. He played a couple of preseason games, and his opening game got hurt and was out. So the kid needs to it's not lack of ability, it's just he needs to get his timing and get back up to the NBA speed. We seen that quickly. His first 2 games back, he was a little bit slow and he was missing shots. But then the last 3 or 4 games, he started getting it going. And I think the same thing with Obi, that you just got to give him a little bit of time, because then the NBA game's a lot faster than college. And then, like, these guys haven't had as much time on the court over this pandemic. So I think soon you're going to see Obi. I think he's starting to get it now. I think he has a little bit ways to go, but I think Obi's going to start getting it, and which is very good, because we see tonight Randall played just over 30 minutes. So I think Randall getting a little bit of time off the floor.
Yeah, 31 minutes. He had an easy night tonight.
Yeah. So we see him playing up to 40 minutes, and he's gassed by the end of games. Having Obi backing him up and be able to put up some points and have a little bit of a production behind Randall will help Randall an awful lot. I think you're going to see Randall even more sharper.
Yeah, and I think one of the
points
things
might go down because his minutes might go down, but you're going to see him more efficient.
Yeah, and I think another thing Clyde said was Quick setting up a couple of those dunks. I think relaxed Obi for the other parts of his game. You know, get those quick ones in there. You know, you get in the flow.
That's what point guards do, right? That's what point guards do, right?
That's what point. Yeah. And you know what? Another thing, Freeze, that Clyde said, and I just love him. He's always been my idol on the court and off. I just love his insight. Is just that he makes the players around him better. That's one of, you know, certain skills that people talk about, shooting and, you know, great passing, ball, and all these things, and vision. But a lot of people don't talk about the skill of making players around you better. I thought Halliburton had that in the draft this year, and I definitely see that this kid Quick has it. He just, and also, you know, I didn't realize how, you know, quickly is that on pick and rolls. It's like watching a great edge rusher when their angle on that. They're so low on that angle. He takes such a beautiful angle on his cuts that it's like, woo, this boy, and he's deceiving. He does these little things, and all of a sudden you see the look on the defender saying, whoa, I was not expecting that, and it's too late. He's either got the floater up, or he has a lob in process, or something's going on. So the kid is disruptive.
Yeah, and he's smart for a kid that, like, he played 2 years in college, and he's smart. And I think Calipari was right on the money when he said when we drafted him that we got something.
Yeah.
And he did say that Knox is going to take 3 or 4 years, and you're kind of seeing a little bit. Knox was quiet tonight, but to me, he played very well defensively, and he was rebounding the ball a little bit. Is the thing about Knox, and I didn't get his looks. He took what I think he had hit 1 3, and he only took like the 3 attempts or something. So that's what kind of annoys me a little bit, that they're not running a little bit more play. That they have one of the most efficient corner 3 scorers in the game, and they ain't using them enough.
Yeah,
that's what kind of annoys me. But Knox, if they're.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if keep going if you want. If not, we'll kick it over to Kevin and what his thoughts on about us having a 3-headed monster.
You know me. I'm
hopefully a 4-headed monster soon, my friend.
I'm never ever. I try my best to be as even keeled as possible. You know, when people get down, they want to kill people and put them on the bench and get them out of town, and it's over and we're tanking and the sky's falling when we lose a couple games, and then we win and say, "Oh my goodness, everything's great. Let's pull out the confetti," and it's like, probably somewhere in the middle. This team will go on streaks. They're going losing streaks. They're going winning streaks. This will be a 500 club. I got into it with Guillermo. I didn't get into it with Guillermo. I was just out saying it because I think people think there's a rift between me and Guillermo sometimes, and it's really not. We had a conversation with each other about where this team is and its trajectory, and we have a difference of opinion. I, from the beginning, before the season says that this team is a playoff caliber team. I'm holding steady to that. This team has talent. It's coming together. I do wish that Tibbs would still probably clean some things up with his rotations, i.e., get Reggie Bullock out of here. I don't care about those 11 points, Reggie Bullock. I hope you're watching this, okay? I hope that you are a subscriber to Blue Orange Tears, Reggie Bullock, and you know there's one person who just absolutely despises you, and that's me. But that's beside the point. If you're a subscriber, Reggie Bullock, good for you. Glad you're watching. But
don't say that too loud, because we'll get Freezie McMahon in here in a second to set up a cage match between you and Bullock.
I'd win that all day. I win that blindfolded.
Don't mess with Freezie McMahon.
But
Bullock's a big dude. He's what, 6'7"?
Yeah.
I ain't worried about Reggie, but I'm 6'3". Okay, I ain't no. Who was that movie? I ain't no easy win. Okay. Anyways, no, I have an interesting take later on. I have a very interesting take. I'm not.
Somebody have their thing on. Okay, just want to make sure nobody has anything on.
I'm not going to spoil it yet, but something that dawned on me when I was watching the game earlier. I was like, but I'm not going to get into it now. But
don't tease us like that.
Okay.
Well, meaning we have a whole night. You flow the way you want to flow. You know me. I'm easy. Either way you want to go.
Everybody was so quick to talk about, Halliburton and all these other players. We should have got a point guard and this and that. And it's like they were so quick to downplay Obi Toppin. And it's like Obi Toppin wasn't bad. He just wasn't playing. I could see if he was playing and he was bad. Then you can say, I wish we would have got this player and this player and this player. But no, he was just hurt and wasn't playing. Obi Toppin, not the first half. The first half was kind of, didn't really do that much. Obi looked kind of lost sometimes. But when he got into the flow in the second
he only
half,
had 4 points in the first half, 1 rebound, and that's it basically in 8 minutes.
He missed some layups. He missed some layups too in the first.
But when he got into the flow of things, and then you saw the natural ability of Obi Toppin, I thought to myself, this is why
chemistry were quick.
This is why Leon Rose got you. And I think Obi Toppin is only going to get better and more dynamic. which means for all those, I don't know how Freezie comes up with these people's names. It's just the better Obi Toppin plays in the next month and a half, the more expendable Julius Randle becomes. And all the people say, oh, he can come off the bench. No, if Obi Toppin continues to play well, Julius Randle will not be on this team after the trade deadline. I just don't see how they can coexist.
Why don't you think that at least give him another year, Obi, without pressure on him? Meaning we have a great contract with Randall. He's playing at the highest level of his career. He's
This
in his
ain't
prime at
Major League
26.
Baseball where you can just send. Well, I mean, it's about to be Major League Baseball in a little bit, but not right now. Not when you have a player as dynamic as Obi Toppin. Because here's the thing: the only two players, as much as we like all of these Knicks players, the only two people that Leon Rose is tied to is Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickly. He didn't bring in Julius Randle, and if you believe all the reports, he was trying to trade Julius Randle. And had CP3 wanted to come to New York, Julius Randle wouldn't be here right now. So,
yeah,
But we could deal with that because
where would
we're
we
getting a
be?
Hall of Fame level point guard.
Well, yeah, but let's not be real. Like, Leon Rose wanted to keep, that's his player. No, it's not. But I think with this contract situation, you want to get something of value for him while you have him
playing at this level.
On a contract that he's on. And there's nothing against Julius Randle. There's not that he's doing anything wrong. It's politics. Leon Rose drafted Obi Toppin. That is his star player. That is his prize player. And the better Obi Toppin plays. Now, if he isn't playing up to that level, if he doesn't progress, if he doesn't progress, then Julius probably will stay. But if Obi does continue to progress between now and the trade deadline, it just, like I said, it just makes him expendable to go out and get something of need. And I'm not just saying trade Julius just for a draft pick. Oh, let's just dump him. No. If you want to trade Julius Randle, you're going to get another player that can help this team with the same or close to the same level of production, just at a different position. So
Zach
that's
Levine.
all I'm going to say. It doesn't have to be Zach Levine. I mean, it could be, because here's the thing: you don't need a two guard. And some say Emmanuel. Some people say Emmanuel Quickly is. Emmanuel Quickly is, as much as he's played very well, I don't think Emmanuel Quickly is a starting NBA point guard right now. And I know that might kill me in the chat because everybody loves Emmanuel Quickly and his love affair. I just don't think he's a starting caliber point guard in the NBA. For what he's doing right now in the role he's in, he's great at it. He excels at it.
What attributes do you think he's missing to have that claim?
A little bit more discipline, shot discipline, a little more creativity, more strength. Because when you're talking about that, like I said, there's a reason why.
So your right now is not never.
What you're just saying is that he's a rookie.
Okay. That's what I said. Right now, he's not a. People want to go ahead and put him in the starting lineup and just go. And it's like right now, he's not ready to go against the elite point guards in this league right now.
And you know what? A good example was that when he got hot, they put Marcus Smart on him.
Yeah, and Marcus Smart shut that down.
Shut it down quick. So that was a good example.
Down. As man, people don't want to hear that, but he was great on when Kevin Pritchard was guarding him. He looked phenomenal. But when Brad Stevens was like, nah.
But he gave Smart some buckets.
No doubt,
Yeah.
but it was
Smart
good. He went
somebody.
against an all defensive player, all defensive.
but he
team
gave you
player.
some buckets as a rookie. So
That's not a diss. That's not a diss on
Yeah,
Goody
it's
because
good
he
like
went
that.
out
He
an
gave you some
elite
arguably the
buckets.
best
defender.
defender in the game.
Exactly, literally, and he did the same thing to RJ. Tied him up on a thing. He did a kick out. He blocked a kick out on Randall. The guy, meaning Smart, is unbelievably disruptive, regardless of whether you're a 2, 3, 4, or whatever you play.
5.
But
He can
Five,
got
literally.
fives.
He's that type of guy. Like he has that Rodman crazy in him that he'll, he uses that
beast.
body. Hey, you want to hear something? I don't know if you guys caught this. Why I really have great respect for Marcus Smart. He has the play. He comes across. He does that spin, and Mitch blocked it. You know the play I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So he blocks it, and he slides on his back. And if you watch it in slow motion, he's such a maniac, like a Rodman. He's sliding on his back, and you see him, and he looks up like to try to disrupt the ball on his back as he's sliding. So this guy, regardless of the position he's in, he's trying to be disrupted, even though he's sliding across the floor. He's reaching up, trying to knock the ball out of somebody's hand.
Yeah.
So great block by Mitch.
when
And he's
came out
still
of the
young too.
draft-
He's only what, like 23, 24. So
Yeah, but he looks like he's an old man in a young man's age, chronologically. Yeah. So, any more, Kev, or kick it to Latrell?
no, you can go ahead.
Take it,
Okay.
Latrell.
Just one thing about Marcus Smart: when he came out of the draft, he looked like a '90s Knicks player to me. Just like coming out, I always liked that guy coming out of the draft. I think he went 5. Didn't he? Wasn't he? He was a top 5 pick, right?
Who?
I think.
yeah,
Smart.
he was one of them Nets picks. He was one of them
think-
Nets picks that they traded over.
Yeah, he was. I did like him. I've always liked how he played. He reminded me of a '90s Knick type of player. He feels like a Knick, so it stinks that he's on Boston. But any event, as far the question again was the question about Obi or quickly, I forget.
No, it was
No,
basically
it's freestyle. Do you?
Freestyle.
freestyle. Exactly. Thank you,
Yeah,
Rob, my brother.
I'll say this. We talked a couple of nights ago. I had a question for you guys. How long is it going to take Obi to get to where we want? And we saw some glimpses today that he's got the athleticism. There's no doubt about it. This guy's a great athlete. It's just going to take time. I mean, we got to be realistic. Quickly could have another bad game. It happens. Quickly could have a bad game tomorrow, and we can't freak out. These are rookies. So I'm not going to panic over one game here, one game here. What you want to see is how players respond. Quickly has been great. As a rookie, you can't ask for much more of what he's doing in his role. Obi made some shots today from 3. I thought he made some really nice passes. And I thought his defense was okay. So he's learning. I was really happy with RJ today. This is the type of game, and maybe I could ask RJ for maybe a couple more assists, but he just played a fluid game in the flow, like Steve said. Nothing was rushed. Everything, all the shots he took were in the flow. I didn't feel like he was going too fast. I don't think he had too many turnovers. I forget what he finished with, but for me, that's the type of RJ Barrett. If we can get that type of RJ,
RJ had 4 turnovers today.
okay, it's not great, but
And Smith and Smart was the 6th pick.
okay. Oh, thanks, Steve. Yeah, I knew it was around there, but yeah,
Well,
and
like
also,
Smart. You say Smart 6th pick, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Not a lottery, right?
6th pick in the 2014
Okay.
draft. Yeah.
Nice
I think it
rotation
was
player,
one of
right?
the Nets picks too.
But look, nice rotation player, right?
Yep.
Probably not going to be an all-star, but you still respect his game, right?
Not an all-star, but all defensive
I
team
said,
every
look,
year.
yeah, probably not going to be an all-star, but you respect his game.
Yeah.
So look what you look for in the draft as a lottery pick or a generational talent. He's a player that as long as he's doing what he's doing, he's worth his value in that draft.
I agree. I agree with that.
So look at Knox like that. Look at anybody that we have like that. If you're not the one that everybody is going after and you just in the draft, that's what you want from that person. So don't put too much pressure on Obi. Don't put too much pressure on Quickly. Don't put the pressure on them like they're supposed to be anything other than a 10-year player on your team that your team can keep.
Yeah. The weird part about it, Rob, is Quick is different. Quick doesn't seem like the pressure hits him like other rookies.
Hey,
do you sense that also?
No, I say like about Quickly is like this here. In the beginning of the season, Clyde didn't even buy in on Quickly. He bought in now.
Yeah.
Clyde,
and imagine if the kid never got the hit pointer.
Yeah, Clyde said, look, it's inevitable. He's going to take that spot. Everybody sees it coming. He's going to take that spot. But like what people like, even hey, Steve, how many minutes did Randall play today?
He played 31.
31 minutes, right? That's a whole. And how many minutes did Obi play?
Obi played 17.
Okay, you take that 31 and 17. Look how fresh Randall looked because Obi was there.
I agree.
That's why I think they can coexist. For another year or so.
Look, there's no reason to trade. You would be a fool to trade Randall right now because you have no backup for any one of them.
Yeah,
if
Randall looks fresh.
It's all situational.
The whole game. Now tomorrow they can coexist. Now tomorrow might be a Knox game. Because you was able to chill. You won by 30. No, it was no pressure on anybody today about far as legs are concerned. All you're doing is you're going to fly home, you're going to chill, and you're going to play at 12 o'clock. And then now you have more players to play.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing what's going on right now.
Do we play at home tomorrow or is it Orlando?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
12 o'clock
at home. Yeah. So now you look at the situation with the OB, or you can even look at.
And don't forget, Burks will be here in a week too.
And then when you look at that, now you have as though like Tibbs said in the press conference today, he said, look, I want to see Quickly and Peyton on the floor together. That's what Tibbs said. I don't know what he looked like in practice. We can't say no. We haven't seen it. They said that Randall.
Two different paces. I see a guy dribble, and another guy pushing it.
Look, that's our insight, but we're not watching them in practice.
It's true. It's true.
So Tibbs said that in the press conference that he said now that we have our players back, this is what I want to see on the floor. Obviously, he already seen it in practice. Obviously, he ain't just throwing them out there just to say mix and match. This is something that he's seen. So when you talk about like players like Levine coming, now you're messing with RJ minutes.
Yeah.
You got to look at the players that you want. Look, the players that people want that's on other teams, when they come in, that's messing with some of the key players that the Knicks call their core right now. So when you look for players like that to develop this core. No, look, Joe, this is not at you, but let me get this off. This is not at you. You're not the only one who said Zach LaVine. You're not the first one. But I'm saying for any position that we consider our core players, when we see somebody that's better on another team and we want to put them in, and then what you're doing is you're taking away from what you're trying to develop. We have to see what these players are. Right now with a 30-point win, these players are looking damn good. Everybody is Knox found that where he want to shoot from. Knox found a point where he want to shoot from, but he has to work from there. Now he's known as the corner three. Now we got to see. I seen Knox a couple of times put the ball on the floor, pull up, he missed. But
I like that he put the ball on the floor. It's another part of his repertoire.
His bag is going to open up.
Yep, they'll start falling for the kid.
The bag is going to open up. And then, that thing with Obi and Randall, they coexist. And then at one time, they was on the floor together. So it's things people say that, because the media say, he can't play D. In one game, we cannot say that Obi cannot play defense.
He played defense today.
Exactly.
Yeah,
his D looks better than college.
Look,
so he's working on it.
But look, like he said in college, his coach didn't ask him to do that. We needed you on this side of the floor, so therefore we'll take care of the defense ourselves, but we need you to score the ball. So when scouts look at that, automatically, they should say the same thing about RJ when he was at Duke. He don't know how to play defense. But come to find out, RJ can play defense. is what you asking of a player.
I agree.
And now that Tibbs is asking Obi to play defense, Obi's showing you that he can play defense. Randall's showing you that he can play defense.
Yeah. Hey, let me do a quick shout out to the chat. Hey, Ishmael Rivas, my brother from the Bronx. He said to me, RJ had a great game, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. What else you want from RJ? Not a thing, man.
We want that 11 for 5.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't hear me
exactly what
say
we want.
anything.
Yeah.
He's played 3 solid games in a row, and yeah. So nothing here. You do that on a nightly basis, and I'll be I'm biggest fan of RJ day in night out or whatever. Hey, Keith from Sports Vibe TV. Hope all is well. Had a great telecast yesterday. Please check out. Great content. I think you were on today too. State of New York, hope all is well. State again. Daryl Pemberton. Let me just get here. Quiet Money. Salute, my brother. Hope all is well. Goose, saw you around today. Hope all is well. Saw you in some other shows, man. You making the rounds there. Andre Bryant, Wayne Peterson, again, and John Talento. I've known this guy for years in the chat room. So, John, hope all is well. Thank you for your support. Thumbs up to you. Germ warfare. All right. We're going to get everybody in we can. I forgot the name of my mic. It's a blue something. Somebody asked me, C-Mac. I forgot the name of the blue something. I'll find out and I'll let you know next show. Quiet Money. Did you see your boy quickly today? He definitely set the tone. They couldn't stop that floaty. Yeah, man. It was funny. Quiet Money. When you coming on the show, Quiet Money, man, I want that insight on the show. Quick. My notes, my crazy notes. Hits a floater. First, beautiful pass to Obi for a dunk. Hits a floater. Hits another floater. Hits another floater. Kid's on fire. So, but the funny part about Quiet Money, my notes on Tibbs, we'll get into all these things tonight. One of my notes was like he takes Quick out while he's hot with 2:30 left in the first half for Peyton. So I'm like saying to myself, the kid's on fire, man. Why are you, there's only 2.5 minutes. He's a young kid. He's like hitting these shots left and right. He's in his groove. Why did you take him out?
How about Tibbs challenging a play when we're up like 30 points?
I love it. I love that. Yeah, that's Belichick-like, man. Hey, man, I love that stuff. The only other thing I wrote down for Tibbs tonight was like, why didn't he take, there was a couple of moments where Mitch really looked like he was hobbling out there. It was like, why don't you bring in Noel or even Taj, let him make his debut.
One thing I didn't like
Pardon me, everyone.
In the fourth quarter, about 6-7 minutes to go, we were up by like 25. There was no need to bring the starters back in that game.
Yeah.
Like no need at all. Like he brought him in like 6 or 7 minutes and took him back out for like 4 minutes. And it's like Boston didn't go on a run.
That was punishment for Friday.
Yeah. Hey, C-Mac, you got it. You just did. Yep, it's a Blue Yeti mic. Yep, my brain. Thank you. It's a Blue Yeti, definitely. And matter of fact, who turned me on to it? Ralph, believer of God and Moses. He's the one who turned me on to it. So, Ralph, hope all is well. Robert Parr, one of my brothers in there. Casey Smooth. Yep, it's a Blue Yeti mic, man. Everybody likes my mic tonight. Pedro Matos. Hey, because we're freestyling tonight, I got down to the bottom of the page where I had garbage time. And I wrote DSJ, Iggy, and Pinson. DSJ, Iggy, and Pinson came in for garbage time, but I wrote DSJ got foul, fell to the court. He looked old for such a young man as he laughed and he limped to the foul line. He hit 1 or 2, but I said, I don't know what he's banged up from, but his athleticism looked like it's gone. And then I wrote the next play that he did was an air ball from 3 that was pitiful. So I don't know why he's limping or he's walking like Fred Sanford, but he looks beat, this young guy. So
we could have broke the record if it weren't for that last lineup. We could have broke the record in Boston for 37.
Goose, is that you?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, Foxy. Panel, what's up?
All right, my friend. You're awful dark tonight, so I was trying to look through the darkness.
I'm sitting out on my balcony.
Cool.
Oh, you
cool.
finally home?
Finally,
You
yeah.
Yo, I'm so used to seeing the lobby and other places. I love that
Yeah.
the wood paneling.
Yeah, no doubt. No, Sundays I get off at midnight.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The rest of the week I'm overnight.
So Goose, as always, I love your insight. What was your thoughts about tonight? Oh, this afternoon's game.
I like the defense. The defense kind of reminded me of the beginning of the season, the team defense, the continuity on defense. I think they came out ready to play. I think if they continue in that mode, they can put up they could go up against most teams. I know Boston's, because of COVID protocols, they've missed about 3 games or a week worth of basketball. But you know what? You got to keep in mind they blew out Orlando. Was it Orlando they blew out a couple of days ago?
Yeah, exactly.
3-game
Right.
win
So it's
streak
not
without Tatum.
right. So exactly. So it's not like we beat a bunch of schnubs tonight. Um, I loved the combination of Obi and quickly tonight. One thing I listen. I loved the floater game that quickly brings, but one thing I would love to see from him is his layup. His layup package. I don't think that's one thing he's really shown yet. His reverse layups, his plays under the hoop.
He had one play that he had a chance against Peyton, or what's the kid out of Oregon's name? Pritchard. Yeah, I think his first name's Peyton, isn't it? But Pritchard, that he rushed it. He drove and he did it high off the board. But yeah, I'd like to see those parts of the game.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of different parts of his game. What I think we're going to be seeing, and we saw a couple of it with Mitch and with Noel and a few others, is his fake floater and pass for lobs.
Yes,
He's disguising the floater.
Man,
he's actually passing.
Yeah, imagine a pick and roll with Obi rolling to the basket, and Quick putting up what everyone thinks is going to be a floater, and it turns out to be a lob, because he looks like he's going to shoot a floater, so the defenses close in on him, and then and leaves the paint open for Obi. Oh man, he did. I got to give him his props. He got eight dimes. I mean, he's got 8 dimes tonight or yesterday. So I want to see more of that. I think I like the Obi quickly combination, because he's going to open up airspace for Obi. I really believe that he's going to open up airspace for Obi, and he's going to allow Obi to play above the rim, and that's going to be something nice to watch. As the games
Obi hit
go
a couple threes. Obi was down in the post. Well, everything that everybody was questioning, they questioned this off of one game that the man couldn't do it.
Yeah,
we got to stop that. We got to give these kids time.
Yeah, I got to give him time. I just one last thing.
Your head though had to be
sweat on the court. At least let him sweat on the court.
The minute he made that monster dunk, Obi, the minute everyone said to themselves, that's definitely going to be on the top 10 ESPN tonight. That was a monster. Yeah. And I was like, the first thing I wrote was, it was Obi's first NBA monster dunk tonight.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to say is,
they got them lobs tonight. We see Mitch get a couple of them too.
Yeah. Oh, Mitch gets my grit and grind award today, because me too. Between yesterday, right? Yesterday he tweaked his ankle, and then tonight he fell on his shoulder, and this dude came back and balled, and you can tell he was favoring that leg.
Yeah, matter of fact, on one of the dunks, he went up and he held the leg that's hurt. He jumped up on the good leg and came down on the good leg, so he didn't do that. But oddly enough, one of the things that I was surprised, because I thought when he came out the other day, they wrapped his ankle, but they made a comment that he has a bruised heel.
Yeah.
Look, there's no question. Sometimes when Mitch may not always be engaged every night, but nobody can question the guy's toughness. The guy's tough.
He is.
He wants to play. He hasn't had that starting job, and now he has it. He don't want to let go of it. So he want to stay in there as much as he can.
Listen, he's got the heart of a guy. A 260-pound center. You know what I mean? He just doesn't have the size to keep his ground under the hoop. But he's still young. Hopefully he gets some weight on him. He's got the shoulders. You see his shoulders. He can carry the weight. He just needs to hit the gym and strengthen his base, and I think he'll be okay. I mean, I would love to see a
Can't
heavy
skip leg
center.
day.
Yeah,
Him and Obi
yeah,
can't skip leg day.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
The same
Yeah,
thing you were
so
saying in a couple of years, with Quick putting on 10 pounds or so as he matures.
yeah,
He's
these
gonna,
guys are young, man.
yeah, the guy is young. He's going to be serious, man.
And I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
no matter
any
what
talk
this
about
year
trading
says, we're gonna
Randall.
have a
I want to
brighter
see a
season.
two-headed monster at power forward. I want to see us have that two-headed monster at power forward for at least a year.
Thank you, me
Imagine,
too.
you know what I mean? Imagine how many
Brother Rob does
Foxy,
too.
how many points did Randall score with the minutes he played?
He scored
He
20
scored
points
20.
in 31 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
he's still efficient. You know what I mean?
But you know what?
And Obi scored 12 in about 13
17.
minutes.
17.
That's what you want.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, I
what
want
you
to see
want.
And
that.
they both
I
look
want to see
fresh.
that.
Randall looked fresh, to Rob's point, for the first
Yeah.
time this season.
Yeah.
but you know one of the things the commentators said,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
what
thought
happened. Obi. That's what happened. Obi back.
one of the things that one of the commentators said that I felt about what I thought was accurate is that you watch Randall and you watch him and you're getting so used to it, but all of a sudden you're like, wow, I didn't realize he scored 20 points and 12 rebounds. And
That
like,
quick. It was fresh.
yeah, so you're like, you watch him,
End
like,
of the game,
God,
he was
I didn't
fresh.
realize he did it, man. At 4 assists, 3 steals today. Yeah, plus 29 for Randall. You can't. 7 for 14. He shot 50% from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, 4 for 5 from the foul line, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. He had 3 turnovers, but only 2 personal fouls. Man, 20 points, 31 minutes, and like you said, that gives enough time for Obi to, spread his wings, learn the game in 14 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And look, there was still minutes left on the floor at the power forward position. That's only 42 minutes. It was still 6 minutes of game to play between those two. So Obi can get 20 to 25 minutes easy, and Randall can still get his 30 because you can interchange the positions.
I think that's Tibbs' plan. I think that's what Tibbs is going to do very soon.
That's why you need a backup. And right now, as a rookie, there's nothing wrong. Melo Ball is not starting, but he's still getting his numbers. We want to trade our starters so somebody else can play when we need them both.
I want to trade Reggie Bullock.
We got good money at that contract.
Bullock played well today. I'll say this: I'm not a Bullock fan, but he played well today.
Look,
Latrell. Don't fall into that trap.
Wait, hold on, Kev. You got 2 positions covered, and you paying under $26 million, and they giving you production. You don't get that in the NBA. Somebody is going to be getting paid $35 million. The other one going to get paid $11 million. We got good production, and we want to trade away the good production to let that play.
Because we're never happy. Well, not all of us, but some of us are never happy.
Shout out to App Trader. He says the same thing. Come on, man. No more trade talk. I agree with you. Randall's playing fantastic ball. Why let's keep an asset like that. We're trying to build, Kevin and I think Guillermo, they were talking about talent last night and elite talent. And we have a lot of talent, but not elite talent on this team. Randall's one of the few on this team that we can say has elite talent, especially at the 4 position. There's not too many guys at his size that move the way he moves. So I agree with you. My guy, Quiet Money, also felt the fake floater to a lot is dangerous, man, in the arsenal. So we can't wait to see what this kid keeps bringing out, and also as the mojo between all the players starts jiving and they get their chemistry together. Hey, man, I think there's gonna, if there were fans today, it was in Boston, but if that dunk happened at Madison Square Garden, the roof would have came off.
Yeah, we're only 2 players short of having our full squad back.
I know, man.
Yeah, you can trade players, but what you don't trade, you don't trade chemistry.
When is Burks coming back? Do we know?
I would say by the end of this week.
Talent. You got a winning chemistry. That's a winning culture. Chemistry breeds culture.
So, fellas, I'll kick this around for you. Do you think it's cool for us because just trying to get into Tibbs' head, obviously, the 11th most winningest coach in history, 586, I think, winning percentage. Obviously, he knows what he's doing, and it's easy for just a fan like myself to be a backseat driver. But are you getting the vibes for him that he's going to have two different teams, that he's going to keep with Peyton, he's going to keep with that deliberate type of play, and then he's going to bring in the disruptive second team that's going to be running, that's going to be, have a different flavor to them than the first team? Do you think
that's the running team going to be the first team? I think that running team is going to be the first team.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that he's working on it. That's what I think his projective is, because he said we're going to be a running team. So I'm looking at him to move that first unit. And in a minute, it's going to be Randall is going to be there. It's going to be he's going to run with Randall. I think he's going to run with Knox. He's going to run with Quickly. By the end of the year, his running team is going to be RJ, Quickly, Knox, Randall, and Mitch.
Say that one more time.
It's going to be Quickly, RJ, Knox, Randall, and Mitch.
Yeah,
and
but don't you think that'll help?
Obi going to be the first one off the bench.
But hopefully, when he's off the bench, Quick is still in the game, because
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I don't think Obi's gonna his development will thrive with Peyton, like it does with like the chemistry that he's already demonstrated with Quick.
Yeah, I think he's gonna still they're gonna play together a lot.
Is there a player that quickly reminds?
Because when you're looking at that might be our future. To me, he reminds me of, I don't know, I see a little bit of Lou Williams in him when it comes to drawing fouls, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I just see a little bit of Lou Williams in him, just the way he moves.
Okay.
But I think he can be better. He can be better than Lou Williams. Lou Williams isn't a straight-out point guard. He don't dish out assist and pass. He's a scoring guard.
Right.
It's true. Yeah,
But
I definitely see
a little
Quick
bit of
having
Lou Williams.
different capabilities, meaning I have great respect for Lou, sweet Lou, but like you said, I look at him as just a microwave off the bench to put in points, but he's not really one to be distributing and getting other guys involved. Quick, I think, has that ability, and I also think he's moldable. We opened up saying that maybe he's not quote unquote a classic point guard, Quick, but I think he'll be whatever Tibbs wants him to be. Just tell me what you want me to be, coach, and I'll do that.
I agree.
Yeah, when they asked him, was it Clyde asked him, do you think he's a point guard? And he said, I'm a basketball player. So
I like that.
I'll do whatever. I'll play the one or the two. And that's the thing about it. If you get a good pick in next year's draft, you can still get your point guard and he still can be active. You can play him at the two. That's the good thing about him. His shooting brings a lot to his game. And that shooting, he's shooting from Steph Curry land and making them.
Yeah, quickly reminds me of myself on the court, because I just shoot floaters and threes. That's it.
I thought you were going to say air balls.
No.
Hey, I'm
They go in.
Speaking of air balls, you look at Dennis Smith. Come on, in 4 minutes he had 2 bricks and an air ball. I think that's him done for the year. I don't think he's going to get much time now. After that,
but like I said, he looked like he was an old guy for such a young kid, that he looked like like every step was hurting. So wow. Hey, I'm seeing something in the chat. As you know, I'm working just game nights now. I went to sleep last night at 12:30. I feel so refreshed. I don't know. I can't hang with you guys. Getting too old. I mean, I could do game nights, but 7 nights a week of 4 o'clock in the morning, my body was just shutting down. So I'm all great tonight. It's amazing what a 3-hour difference in sleep makes. But I'm seeing in the chat tonight that Chuck is blocked. I don't know if somebody blocked him last night. Freezie, if you're listening, do what you can to make sure Chuck.
It wasn't me.
They're joking. I think they're being funny about that. No one.
Are they? Okay, I didn't know. Just meaning, like I said,
it wasn't me.
I'm just saying that.
Someone said in the chat it was cable wires.
Yeah, no, I think they're just being funny. No one blocked Chuck.
Okay, all
I
right.
haven't seen Chuck in the
I haven't
chat.
seen
So
Chuck in a little bit.
he was only here.
I talked to him on Twitter today, but that was about it.
All right, I didn't know, man. I'm just I look out
2
for my
days ago. Not
family.
yesterday,
So
but
if
the
I
day
see
before. He
something,
was
I
on
always
here the
want
day
to.
before yesterday.
I got love for everyone.
Leave Chuck
That's
alone. Leave
Chuck
him
Brand.
where
Love
Chuck
love
where
for
he's
everyone.
at. I don't
Peace,
want
love,
to
and understanding.
Yeah, he was on here the day before yesterday and doing his usual Chuck thing and Chuck.
Yeah,
He follows me on Twitter.
yeah. A Quiet Money had a good point. Said, remember when Tibbs was an assistant coach on the Knicks? We were really deep that year when we had Camby, Ewing, Stark, Sprewell, Childs, and Ward. We used to have 2 different lineups. So that's a really good point. That I think that we're going the same direction. Quiet Money. So pseudonym Skype, Devonair, Polo Don, Gregory Castillo. Let's see. Jack Harlow sucks. Say DSJ 3 times and he will appear. Yeah, Beetlejuice.
DSJ.
Nah, Chuck
No, you
just
said
hit-
will appear.
he
You don't
is
want to
blocked.
say it so he disappears. Andre Bryan said Chuck was on last night. Thanks, man. Like I
Chuck
said,
just hit me. Chuck said he blocked. He said he been trying to type, but it's not going through.
he
Said is blocked.
did he say that?
Yeah, he just hit me on Twitter.
Someone blocked him.
That's
I'm
not
pretty
funny.
sure the only person who could do that is Freezie.
I just said his name, GSJ, 3 times.
And
That's how he responded to Rob.
so I don't know how he was blocked because, like I said, I don't think he was. I mean, I don't
Freeze
know.
are the monitors.
It's official.
Any
He
of the
just
monitors
texted me
are
and
they can
told
do
me.
it.
Hey, Freezie, if there's something you could do to take care of Chuck, unblock him so he can participate in the chat and stuff like that. I don't think, states saying that Freezie blocked Chuck. I can't see anybody blocking our, part of our family like Chuck, man. Especially, they're tight. So
Unless he finally revealed that he's really a troll and really a Nets fan.
come on, we all know deep down you love Chuck like the rest of us. So
I love him like a
keep Chuck
hemorrhoid.
blocked. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him.
oh God, I smell that one, man. Well, not necessarily. I don't want to say smell.
Love him like a hemorrhoid.
Yep.
I gotta use that one.
So, fellas, keep it going, man. What's on your mind, man? Or you want?
So yeah, I forgot what I was going to say that quick. I was thinking about Chuck.
I will throw this in here. One of the stats I heard today that I love was Randall's second in the NBA in field goal percentage from mid-range at 56%. So,
what was that stat?
That Randall is second in the NBA in field goal percentage from mid-range.
I thought they said first.
No, Jaylen Brown's first at 56%. So, and I said yesterday that to Guillermo, shared with him that Mitch is second in the league in offensive rebounds, and Randall's third in the league in defensive rebounds. So all of these little things that we're seeing, I think, that we could attribute to the development, and one of the things I really like about watching the broadcast afterwards is just catching, and everyone I think is saying the same thing, that it's more than just wins and losses. It's development on these kids. We're going to have some hard games, but maybe those games are going to be part of the process for the kids learning and stuff like that. But we're seeing these little things already, 13 games into the season or so, that we're saying, whether it's Mitch, not getting in foul trouble, all these other little attributes, all these little things that we're seeing, wow, it's incremental, but we are seeing some development. Kevin getting more comfortable. And again, I wish the kid had a lot more attempts tonight and more minutes, but it'll come
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, here's a funny thing. Let's go back
How
a
many
year.
minutes did Knox play?
Let's go back 15.
15, correct. Yeah.
Let's go back a year from now, like a year ago. Could we sit here and honestly say that Kevin Knox would be the best in the league at something? Like, him hitting the corner
No.
three, he's the best in the league
He is
at hitting
best,
the corner three.
literally
When we
best
have
right
literally
now.
sat here a year ago and said that Kevin Knox would have been the best at anything.
This show has helped his game. Him
Hey, look,
watching
they
this,
said let's talk about Rivers falling back to earth in the chat.
he has.
I mean, that was
Oh,
good. That was
Casey,
I
Casey
talked about this.
Smooth
I
said
talked about
that.
this. I talked about this last night with Zach. Rivers.
Shout out to Zach, man. Great takes, man.
People like Rivers and Burks. Well, one, Burks is doing what he's always done, been hurt and been out. So he's always done what he's been doing. But Rivers, there's a reason why Austin Rivers. I mean, granted, yes, he's played behind Hall of Fame type players, right? You know, and Hardens and CP3s and Westbrooks and players like that. So, but even that, he is a streaky player. Like,
Yeah.
I hate to say that he used a lot of his ammunition when he hit them 14 straight points. He used a lot of bullets in the
very
chamber on that one.
He
but-
could have 2 good weeks, and then he could have a bad 2 weeks. It's just that's.
And you
just
can
who-
tell, and this is you can tell like Tibbs has backed off. Like at first, he was playing Austin Rivers like 25, 30 minutes a game. Now in the last couple games, with him struggling, Austin
15.
Rivers hasn't played more than 20 minutes a game.
Yeah.
And so it is about. I mean, some of that is, I would say some of that is a little bit of rust, and it's unfair to say because he didn't practice at all. He just kind of came back in and jumped in the fire. And maybe that has to do with it a little bit. You know, conditioning and fatigue and everything. I mean, for you being in street clothes, so you just jumping in 30 minutes a game, and that probably does take a toll on you. But Austin Rivers is going to be what he is. He's going to shoot 35% from three. He'll get hot and hit a couple baskets, and then
2 or so assists, and that's it a game.
Yeah, and then he'll have the games where he just explodes with 20 points.
Yeah. I agree with that take, Kevin. That's a good take.
But everybody was so caught up with Austin Rivers is going to come back and he's going to save us and he's going to do this and he's it's like, is he really? Because he's never done that.
He's never done that for any other team. He's
Not for the 5 other teams.
And that's why I want people to say here about Alec Burks. Like, oh, let's wait till Alec Burks come back. And it's like, well, Alec Burks has never really been. We're waiting for Kawhi Leonard or someone to come back. It's Alec Burks. He's calm down, people.
Rivers is something that you may get in the lottery as a lottery pick, which he was. You get a talent, but he might not be a starter. It's like that's what we need to start. Like when we start looking at these players that we have, you got to look at them in context of what. Just because they was drafted in that round doesn't make them they're going to go to 5 All-Star games. Sometimes they just help a team. Rivers can help a team, and that's what you want. You want players on your team that can help. You know, whether it be off the bench, whether it be starting, whether it be defensively, whether it be like team morale. But what's playing on the floor right now is the people that we drafted are coming. They're growing up right before our eyes. Knox is growing up before our eyes. You know what I'm saying? Look, Obi is growing up right there. Quickly is growing up. But they more talented. You got some players that are more talented than others. Some take more time than others. But we're seeing right now. We looked at RJ. RJ backed off the taking 20 shots or 15 shots a game. Went down to 11. Oh, he's more efficient because now he's thinking about what he's doing instead of I'm the man. I can put up any shot I want. I'm the Maple Mamba. That mentality left. Now he's doing things to help the team.
I think Mitch has grown a lot.
Oh man, Mitch is a warrior.
He hasn't fouled out yet this year.
He's grown so much so far.
He's controlled his fouls.
It's crazy how much better he's been. I know there's been a few bad games, but he's been so much better this year so far.
Playing hurt.
Yeah.
Look, getting up off the deck, still doing his job, ain't complaining. Mitch is balling. Mitch is really balling.
Okay, if I can, I'm sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You can go ahead.
No, I got a thought. I want to ask the panel a theory regarding Knox. When Knox came in, he did pretty well in his first rookie season. kind of fell off his second year. And I have a theory. I believe that maybe the coaches we had before Thibs were maybe asking Knox to do a little bit too much regarding his skill set. Whereas Thibs is saying, "Hey, listen, let's concentrate on your defense and one aspect of your offensive game. And let's get that. Once you, let's say, for instance, your corner threes. Now, everyone's looking at his corner threes and say, hey, is that all he can do? No. Then maybe that's what Thibs is asking him to do and get that on point. You know what? And then once you get your defense where I want it to be and your corner threes are dropping, let's open up to your next skill set. Let's say, cutting to lanes or whatever other aspect he wants Knox to be sufficient in. And then in let's say by his fourth year, his bag of tricks has expanded. Whereas the other coaches were asking him maybe to do too much too soon. So he wasn't efficient at any one thing, including his defense. Because he had too many things on his mind. A lot of players can come into the league and hit the ground running, and they can display a lot of their talents consistently. Not all players can do that. And when you ask a player, maybe like in this case, Knox, to do too much too soon, he ends up not being able to showcase anything consistently.
Especially if it affects his confidence.
Right. So maybe Thibs is saying, listen, as fans, we want to see him expand, but maybe Thibs sees him in practice and say, you know what, kid? Let's get you to polish up this skill set.
That's right.
Right. Slow the game down a little bit. Let's focus on your defense and your corner threes. Once you get that down, we'll focus on your defense. Your corner threes already you have in your back pocket. Let's focus on you doing other aspects of your game.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, he's got a lot of tricks in his bag.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think you're right on target.
What's your hat say?
Once that grabbed the game yesterday, he took a step back.
Nick's great again.
What you trying to say?
Hey, well, I'll kick it to State for a second to let our guy.
Nick's great again.
Yeah. Well, the country will be
like
great
that.
again, this Wednesday. Hey, you know what I wrote funny when you were talking about Rivers? A little note I said Rivers is doing his Alonzo Trier impersonation, dribbling for 10 seconds and then driving, and then he got an offensive foul on himself. Like, he does that thing where he's dribbling and he's juking, and I'm like, damn, he's taking up 10 seconds, 15 seconds. He better shoot because nobody else is going to be getting a shot off. So hey, I hope all is well. What was your take on the afternoon game today? And like I said, it's a freestyle night, my friend. Let it rip. Anything that's on your thoughts and in your heart.
Yeah.
And one last thing, Freezie, if you're listening, Guillermo just said it too. If you could unblock Chuck. Take care of our boy, please.
Real OG Chuck, man. Yo.
Yeah, Chuck got to bow down. That's why I want him in here.
That's why Chuck ain't in here right now.
He's not in here because of Mr. Quickly.
Today's game was so beautiful to watch. Like, I have no complaints. And you know what? You know what I like about Mitch? He showed me some toughness and grit today. Because he played on one leg. And we beat them boys by 30. That was an old school butt kicking what I watched today. But shout outs to my man Obi Toppin. Because yesterday, these couple of days, I've been pumping my man Obi Toppin up. And I've been telling y'all.
For you, State. That's what it's about. I respect Kevin's loyalty to Knox, and I respect your loyalty to
This
Obi.
is your time to shine, State. This is your time. Go for it.
The boy is 22. The boy is ready. All we got to do is get him acclimated. I keep telling y'all, give it 2 weeks, and the temperature is going to change in the room. It's already changing a little bit. I watched y'all this whole time. I watched. So, and another thing.
They coexisted together.
They did. I like what I seen today. Kevin Knox. When we talk about Kevin Knox, think of his shot profile. He fits the modern day wing. He only shoots threes or take it to the basket. I think Thibodeau told him to cool off with the mid-range jumpers. RJ today was spectacular. Like, he did everything. Randall, he was good money today.
Yes, he was.
I have no complaints with Randall. Alfred Bum Payton, he was cool. I hate him. I still don't want to. I want to see him banished to hell. I got to see Iggy today. I'm good. I don't even know what else to say. I'm good. But one thing I do want to say is when Burks and Frank come back, I really like this team as a 500 team. I told y'all before the season started, this is a good roster if you remove Alfred. Quickly has been playing more minutes than Alfred these past couple of games.
He's taking the spot. He's going to take the spot.
Well, actually, he had 23 and 21 tonight.
He's going to be the first one to take a spot in the start lineup. He's going to be quick.
Be patient. Don't rush it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like what Tibbs is doing. Even though he pisses me off sometimes with his rotation, I like what he's doing because you see the kids, they get the ball. He got the rotations down packed. And I like the triangle offense. You see that triangle offense he's running. It's getting RJ Barrett good shots. Even though he wasn't making them games prior, he's shooting a little better now. And
games in a row, he didn't complain with the kid at all.
Stayed. Everything was in rhythm today. He wasn't rushing.
Yeah. He wasn't doing MJ Barrett today. So as long as he's not doing MJ Barrett,
wasn't acting like a number 2 option lately. He's been acting like a player. When he's a player, he's automatically going to be a number 2 option.
You know who he's been doing like?
When he put in his mind that, I got to do this, I got to do that, it messes with him. When he just plays, he going to play like a number 2 option. That's what we're getting.
I don't know if everybody going to agree, but the past 3 games, he's been playing like Jalen Rose.
I already said that.
Do it all. He's been doing it all. Rebounding, playmaking, defense. He's been
take it. I'll take that. I'll take what I've seen the last 3 games.
I think he had 3 steals today.
No objections the last 3 games with RJ Barrett.
Yeah. So I think we should be good. I think we should be fine. I think the overall, I just think people just scared about the future. Like, Rob, you was on the money when you mentioned Zach LaVine. And I try to tell people, when you try to build organically, we don't need to make hasty trades like that because you impede other people's development. I would like to see RJ shoot the ball 16 times a game. And I don't need Zach LaVine in here right now. I just don't. I don't need him. Like I'm not there with y'all yet. So sorry. Let's keep keep this going. Let's beat Orlando Magic today.
A quick shout out to Delano Steele Jr. Special shout out to my buddy. But hey, he just said, "Hey, Fox Kuzi. Hey, I know I'm old, but I didn't see Kuzi. My dad saw Kuzi play. I know I'm old, but I ain't that old, my friend. But I'll take it anytime." SJ the third, man. Hope all is well.
So
Again,
State, you wouldn't move RJ to the 3 and get your 28-point score in here.
No.
Zach LaVine.
I don't even like RJ at the 3.
Okay, someone take the ball out of Ron's hands a little bit more.
Yeah, that RJ is not meant for the 3.
Now, RJ is not a 3, bro. I am so sorry, but I do not want to trade for a shooting guard. I like RJ as shooting guard. He whenever he's at the 3, he can't play his game. Like, he can't bully nobody at the 3. Leave him at the 2 and keep Bullock or one of those other dudes at the 3.
Do you know what development means? Development means keep your players and let them develop. Don't replace them with another player, because why would we replace anybody? Why would we replace anybody and we're developing the talent that we got? You got make the team better or develop the talent. But first of all, you got to get to the stage.
Because they
if you get Zach LaVine, he's not putting us in the championship.
Nope.
That's the key thing. Whether it's Zach
or pay him a whole bunch of money.
They got great talent, but their teams are not winning, so they're not taking the teams that
Toronto from other teams that's not winning, putting them with us.
Word.
Go ahead, Joe. What you got to say?
Yeah, no, but what I was saying about Zach LaVine's 25. He's averaging 28, 5 and 5. And he's only making 19 million over the next
On the
3
losing
years.
team.
What?
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about Randall.
He don't play defense though.
But Randall, yo, let's be real. Hold on. Let's be real. This season, and you know I hate Randall, bro. This season, Randall does way more than Zach LaVine on the court.
Let me ask you a question. Joe. Who would make this team better right now, Zach LaVine or Kyle Lowry?
Kyle Lowry.
LaVine, I think, because he's younger. You could
not
play
younger.
with him in the long term.
Right now today, who would make this team better? Not years now. Right now, who would make this team better?
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry. Easy. What?
LaVine.
Lowry.
LaVine's putting up 20 points a game.
I don't need.
It's not about scoring.
I don't need
scoring. You can get scoring because here's the thing. He's just going to score himself. What Kyle Lowry is going to do is open the floor so everyone else can score. You don't need somebody scoring 28 points a game when the floor is open and you can have a bunch of people in double digits. You can have Mitt scoring 12, not scoring 14, RJ scoring 20, Randall scoring 20. You can have Rivers getting 10. You have Quickly getting 15 instead of one player that's getting 28.
Yeah, and you want to know what's so crazy? We're not good trade partners for Chicago. I don't want Lowry marketing. I got Obi Toppin. So
Lowry is not a type of player, man. I agree with State all the way.
Yeah, that's no. And then you got no. I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Before I'm gonna cut out real early after this. Do you think RJ's ceiling is lower than the guy you want to trade him for? Because let's say RJ's 20. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. What's the name of the cat?
LaVine 25.
Right. So let's say LaVine's 25. In 5 years, I believe RJ could be a better player than LaVine is.
Facts.
So why would you trade for LaVine now when in 5 years you're giving Chicago a player that could be better than LaVine? You know?
I don't think RJ will ever
RJ does more than LaVine does right now. He don't score 28, but he rebounds better, he assists better. So only thing that LaVine
I think he just needs more time.
RJ just needs experience.
LaVine passes better. LaVine's averaging more assists. I think he's averaging over 6.
So that's now. That's my point. That's now, but in 5 years, do you?
Now.
But what do you think RJ's ceiling is? If RJ will never reach the status of a LaVine, and then we have a conversation, you want to talk about trading for LaVine. But if you think in 5 years RJ is going to be a better basketball player than LaVine, then I'd say let's hold on to RJ and see what he could become.
I definitely see RJ as a 2010 and 70 type of guy.
No, but I'm saying, if you trade for LaVine and he's a shooting guard, you're going to cut into RJ's minutes, which then may cut into his development. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to see RJ at 3. I don't want to see RJ at 3.
No,
would you put LaVine at 3?
RJ doesn't deal well with length.
No, you can put LaVine at the 3. LaVine paid a lot of 3.
Oh no!
LaVine can play the 1, he can play the 2, and he can play the 3.
Damn sure can't play no 1 for my team.
He's a big guard.
Nah, man.
Is Lowry even available?
He's a big guard.
Oh,
Lowry?
No,
if Lowry would be
RJ as a point guard.
The thing about Toronto is, they've
I'm saying
LaVine.
LaVine.
And I think Toronto would be loyal. Like, hey, let's get you out of here because we're not doing anything
I would
right
love
now.
Lowry on this team. I really would.
That's
we're talking about
Lowry
LaVine,
might
aren't
be
we?
available because they know, like, we can't resign you. We're not that good right now. Let me just go ahead and get you out of here and get you somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean the LaVine thing. I'm
the only reason I trade for Lowry, the only reason I trade for Lowry because Lowry's a free agent next year, so you want to guarantee that he's going to resign. I don't want to trade assets and he don't resign again.
Exactly.
RJ's a better defender than Levine.
But here's the thing. Let's say
Yeah,
they make
with the
Lowry
other-
available, right? And you know they're not going to be at Toronto's not going to be like, oh, we need another star or anything. They just want to unload that salary. They might want a draft pick. We have like 57 of them.
We got 7. We got
You know.
7.
I'm not giving up draft picks.
34, Kevin said 34 second rounders.
You know, we got like 57 draft picks. We can give up one.
I'm not giving up a Mitchell Robinson, another Mitchell Robinson second round. No.
Would you trade Iggy, Chuck, and DSJ for Lowry?
Yes. I'll pay all their tickets and their caps.
They can look. This is what I'll do for Lowry. This is for Lowry for 1 year. This is what I would do.
They can also have Reggie Bullock.
No, check this out. This is what I would do.
Okay.
We got 18 million cap space, right? I would give them DSJ and Frank Nikina in that draft capital, and you give us him for this 1 year.
And Reggie Bullock. Let's not forget Reggie Bullock needs to headline this trade.
He's going to do. This is what Lowry's going to do. He's going to teach these young boys. Just like when Chris Paul left OKC, them point guards was ready to play.
I would do that trade.
I would do that. That's what I would do. I would take that cap space. You take DSJ, Frank Nikina, you give me Lowry.
I would do it.
Me too, all day. That's what I would do.
And don't forget, the headline of this trade has to be Reggie Bullock because Reggie Bullock got the go.
Oh, because you don't like look. Reggie Bullock plays D. If your man can't beat Reggie
I'm not a Bullock guy, but I will.
Listen.
That's on care.
Toronto would want Reggie Bullock. He fits what they're doing. They can have him.
Hey,
let me come back to Kev for a second. The other day, let me do this real quick. To answer your question on Levine, his salary this year is 19.5, and his salary next year is 19.5. So he's a free agent in the 22-23 season. So, Zach, but coming to you,
position.
Coming to you, Kev.
No minutes from RJ from nobody.
And Kev, I need you to put on your.
He's not going to take minutes. You played them together.
Let me go to Kev on this.
Then you taking minutes from Knox. I'm not doing that either.
Hey, fellas, let me go to Kev on this. I asked you this question.
Knox go in that
hey,
trade.
hold on, Joe.
Joe.
I asked Kevin this the other day from the chat, and I'm going to re-ask the question after watching the game today. You don't think that Bullock had any impact on the defensive game that we played today?
Reggie Bullock has no impact whatsoever.
You a hater, Kev.
Oh, come on, man.
Kev, you's a hater.
What about that nice block he had?
Okay, so let's get this. Let me say this about Reggie Bullock.
Bullock played good ball.
Let me say this about Reggie Bullock. Let me say this about Reggie Bullock.
Don't hate because you like Kevin Knox, man.
Can I talk? Can I say what I gotta say?
If you don't hate.
Shout out to my motivation. Keep going.
So,
Kev, I agree with you, brother. You ain't alone.
So Reggie Bullock can play okay, right? He can play okay. He can get you 11 points and play a little bit of defense, and that's great. And then the next game, he's going to turn around and do boneheaded. He had a boneheaded foul this game. And it's like, okay, Reggie Bullock will do some things more often than not. You just be like, oh, God, Reggie Bullock is on this team. It's just an embarrassment that we are starting Reggie Bullock.
Everybody does boneheaded plays during the course of the game. You can't
not as much as Reggie Bullock is almost a reincarnation, not even as good athletically as like J.R. Smith. Like J.R. Smith would do some dumb. You think like, why did you do that, J.R. Smith?
You disrespecting the NBA champion.
Like, why did you do that?
Man of the year.
And I have that same feeling with Reggie Bullock. I'd be like, Reggie, like when he was shooting, like he made like 2 3s. I was counting. He made like 2 3s and a 2, right?
He made 3 tonight.
Huh?
Reggie Bullock, you mean?
Yeah.
He had 3 threes tonight.
No, I was there at the time. At the time, I literally count the points that Reggie Bullock makes. So I knew he had like 11. So I was like,
damn, you had to take your shoes off then.
I was like, God, I was like, Reggie Bullock is just hitting these threes, and it's just
Steve, I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question when Kevin is done, because
But I
Kevin ain't
know,
gonna be
like
done.
anything that Reggie Bullock does that is good is not going to be
Man, quit
sustainable
hating.
because he's a bad
Stay,
player.
go ahead, man. He just hating.
Hey, yo, Steven. This was a question that was presented to me today. If Ben Simmons is on the block next summer, you trading for him?
Yes.
No.
What?
So now, hold on. Let me give you a caveat, though. Our lotto pick is the 7th pick. Yeah.
No. I'm not trading for Ben Simmons for one reason.
Yeah. Hold on, OG. Hold on. I want to hear Steven on this.
That's a complex question, man. The guy is phenomenal. He's obviously, like we were talking about Smart earlier today. He's all defense. You saw what he did to RJ a number of games ago. If he only had a shot, he'd be a top 3 player in the league, a top 4 player if he could shoot.
Even without the shot, would you trade for him?
It depends on what we'd have to give up.
Right.
If you're saying that we'd had to just give him the number 7 pick all day, all night.
Nah, I give him 3 first rounders. I'll give him 4.
What?
Oh my God!
I'll give him 3 or 4.
Let me see your arm.
It's a game of
You taking heroin. Let me see your
Ben
arm.
Simmons, De'Aaron Fox. Ben Simmons, De'Aaron Fox. Who else might be on the trade block? Probably those 2.
Why would De'Aaron Fox be on the trade block when he just signed a contract?
Because players run the league. James Harden had 2 years left of his deal.
He literally just signed the contract extension 2 months ago.
The last time the Kings made the playoffs, I was just going to high school, and I just watched LeBron James get drafted on a TV that was square.
So hold on. Let me get this. Let me get this straight. Hold on, State. So I'm De'Aaron Fox, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a free agent after this year, and can sign anywhere and know I'm gonna get the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to sign a contract and then complain that I want to get out when all I had to do was just wait for the season to be over.
What did James Harden just do?
James Harden was under contract when he signed that contract.
No.
Good.
How many
He
years?
literally just signed the contract 2 months ago.
Kevin, I'm asking you a question.
Not last year or the year before. He literally signed it on November 25th.
Kevin, how many years does he have left on his contract? He has multiple years left, right?
He just signed it. The contract hasn't even kicked in yet. The contract literally hasn't even kicked in yet, and he went out already.
All right.
Like, he didn't go into this season knowing what
The
was going
Sacramento Kings, I'm going to repeat it once again. The last time they made the playoffs, we was listening to CDs, and Jeezy just came out with Thug Motivation 101.
No, but listen. If you De'Aaron Fox, hold on. If you De'Aaron Fox, did you know this 2 months ago?
Right. So if the Kings don't make the playoffs for 15 years straight.
No, if you are De'Aaron Fox, did you know all this information 2 months ago?
Why would I know? No, let me ask you a hypothetical. Why would I not
if you are De'Aaron Fox,
Kevin,
you know the Kings have been playoffs for 15 years.
Kevin, why would I not sign a 5-year, $163 million contract, Kevin? We signed the contract first. Then we ask questions later. The reason why Porzingis got traded because we're the Knicks. That was the first time a guy on his rookie scale deal of that level got traded before he signed.
You know you was gonna get the bag anywhere you went. Anywhere you went, you was gonna get the bag.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Freezie, are you there? All right, I didn't know. I always want to see Freezie. I just want to see if he wants.
What you say? Say that again, State.
Get his take, man.
Wait, hold on, Joe. Let's say what he just said. You next. Go ahead, State. Say that again.
I said Ben Simmons or De'Aaron Fox. The reason why I said De'Aaron Fox is because the Sacramento Kings has not made the playoffs in 15 years. That means I was 15 years old. De'Aaron Fox has not made the playoffs since he's been in the league on the Sacramento Kings, right? If he asks out and the players run the league, regardless of when he's not. Hold on. I know that. But if he don't make the playoffs again, it's possible. One of these dudes is going to ask out. And those two guys is one of the... All right.
Sometimes you want to help build your team. Look at Sacramento roster. They got a crew coming. They just missed the playoffs last year by about 2-3 games.
I don't think Aaron Fox is leaving.
OG, they ain't making no damn playoffs this year, OG. Come on now. Come on, OG. Come on now.
It doesn't matter.
But
Chemistry matters.
But the thing is, you guys don't realize the only reason he signed that contract is the 5th year. If any other contract was only allowed 4 years, because only the team that drafted him was allowed to give him 5.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this question. Hold on, Rob. Name one player who signed a contract and literally turned around like, I want to be traded. Name one. Name one time that this happened.
There's not one.
So stop saying, oh, they signed a contract and didn't ask to be out, because no one has ever done that. No one's ever done it.
Harden did.
Harden was already in his contract and then wanted out. He didn't just sign it. And you got to look at when he signed it. The Rockets were championship contenders.
So what's the change?
His contract.
So what's the change?
So name a player, one, that was on a bad team or whatever you call it, signed an extension and literally turned around, not even before the contract even began, and said, I want out. Name one time it's happened. And then I go all aboard with your Darren Fox argument.
Say the better question is, name a player who has gotten traded all-star caliber who had multiple years left on their deal. That's the point I'm trying to make.
His contract extension hasn't even started yet.
Anthony Davis.
Continue. Kawhi Leonard. Continue. Kawhi Leonard. Continue.
No. Kawhi Leonard was in the last year of his deal.
You wrong.
Okay.
Anthony Davis was in the last year of his deal.
Mm-hmm.
Name a player in the first year of his deal that wanted to be out.
I agree with you, man.
I don't know. Buddy Hield asked out.
That's not my point. Kev, my point is a player who has multiple years left on their current contract.
No, 1 year in. 1 year in.
Paul George.
Huh?
Paul George in OKC.
Yeah,
he was finished because he already got traded. He only had 1 year left on that deal.
Yeah, but he re-signed a new deal and a year later asked out.
He re-signed a new deal
he didn't.
with the Clippers.
He didn't.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, but that's
Antonio Brown.
That's
Kevin Love, Minnesota, Paul George.
No,
Paul George he literally just signed his contract with the Clippers. So how did he already have a contract with Oklahoma City from a year ago when he just signed a contract with the Clippers?
You get a sign and trade. You might get a sign and trade, but you're not going to get a player that just signed the contract unless it's a sign and trade. He already knows he's going to the next team.
Yeah.
So the other team can get some compensation back.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, hold on. Everyone, just remember what you're saying. I just wanted to do a quick shout out. Just take care of a little business. Brother BKL Contreras, hope all is well. Shout out to you. Jonathan JD said, if you're not giving up 3 draft picks, you're not going to get an NBA star in today. You're not going to get an NBA star in today's NBA. So I agree with you, man. We just saw with Harden how many it took to get him. Legion of Knicks. I'm mad at Guillermo. I was watching his show yesterday, and he played and he started singing a song by a legendary singer, Carole King, called "It's Too Late," and I can't get that damn song out of my head, you bum. So I've been singing that in my head for the last night because of you. So thanks, friend. I gotta watch. Don't be singing other songs because you're planting them in my head. Casey Smooth, Pedro Matos, George Alvernia. Hope all is well. Hope all is well with the kid and the family. He just had a little girl. Wayne Peterson, JP, Greg Castillo, Again, Delano Steele, special salute to you. Keys from Sports Vibe TV, great show. Hey, we have about 118 people, about 1:30 in the morning. We have, let me just get an update. We have 66 likes. Let's get it past that number, please, of 100. Let's hit that metric. And as always, please remember to hit those like, subscribe, and reminder bells so you don't miss out on any Knicks at Night and Knicks Morning Drive broadcasts. And please share this link on your favorite social media platforms so we can grow the Blawrence Tears family and give a belated present to our boy Freezie. And thanks again to getting us over 1,260, ladies and gentlemen. Just hit it. 1,260 subscriber milestone. 1,500, here we come. We greatly appreciate it. And also shout out to the best mods in the planet, Sima Singh, Bodega Wi-Fi, the new Knicks. We appreciate all you do. Fellas, I'm sorry. Let's go back. And Rob, did you have something you want to?
No doubt. This is what I wanted to say about that. If you get a player that just signed a contract for that team, he's not going to be disgruntled that year. It may be years down the line. Now, what Houston was wanting to do with Harden, they was wanting to sign him for that $200 million. He already had 3 years left on his previous contract. He did not sign the next contract. He told them then, I'm not signing the contract. I want out. So that's a whole totally different thing than a player like Fox, whose contract that he just signed don't even come into existence until after next year. So he's showing that I'm committed to Sacramento right now. He's not going to say at this summer when his other contract didn't even kick in yet.
Gentlemen, I'm out, but it's been a pleasure.
All right, Drew.
All right, take care.
Legion, what, you not coming?
Hey, yeah, Legion. If Freezie, if you're here, and let Legion in here. And George Alvernier, I apologize. I got you mixed up with somebody else. George had a boy. So shout out to your son and the missus, and you had a boy. So sorry about that, my friend. No offense intended.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I got a question for y'all. Did y'all ever talk about Emmanuel Quickly? Did y'all ever talk about Emmanuel Quickly sailing?
That's a great thing. I wanted to talk about. I opened it up tonight. State about the three-headed monster, and that and I said, you know what? If you think about this kid, just from a math perspective, easily he's going to score 2 baskets a quarter, and so that's 8 baskets times 2 is 16. Throwing a couple threes and foul shots. I think this kid's a 20-point scorer. You give him the minutes. So take it. Ask the question, my friend.
People was like, what's Emmanuel Quickly sailing? So what I want to know, based off of what everybody's seen this season, give me 2 comps that you got for this guy. For me, I see, I don't want to get killed for this, but I see Summer League, Damian Lillard, rookie year. He's playing not as athletic, but I see that, and I see like Lou Williams, good playmaker, shooter. He's Lou Williams before the ACL tear though. Like that Lou Williams. This Lou Williams, he depends on mid-range jumpers. Really, he doesn't really go take it to the basket anymore like that. But yeah, those.
Hey, State, let me throw something back at you from our brother John Talento. He said, what do you think Quick can do if we gave him 35 minutes a night?
Ooh.
Thank you, John. Hope all is well.
You know it's funny. I hate overrating our kids though. So I don't want to sit here and say something crazy. I'll say this. I give him the Chuck prediction what Chuck had for DSJ. 15 and 7. 15 and 7. I can see him averaging 15 and 7. Easily. But I can see him averaging 20.
Me too.
Because that kid is fearless, man. When I see some of those shots he took tonight, that it reminded me of rookie year Damian Lillard. When I first laid eyes on Damian during that summer league, he was looking just like Quickly, but just more athletic. And I seen it, and I'm like, yo, that's gonna be a player right there. Quickly gonna be really good. I don't know how good he's gonna be. It's gonna take time, but yeah, those 2 comps is what I got for him.
I like those comps. I think the kid definitely has elite scoring potential in him. As we saw, it was like boom, that floater, boom, that floater, boom, that floater. And one of the things, let me look at my notes, what I just loved about his toughness. He got a shot blocked, got the ball back, and he drained the three, man. So he didn't let that get him down. It was like boom, and also he checked in at 2:26 of the third quarter. So he got 17 points, basically missing a whole third quarter, and coming in basically missing a first quarter. So he's getting all these points, and he racks them up quick, man. All of a sudden you're like, wow, I didn't realize he had 11. I didn't realize he had 15. Whoa, and he's like money if he goes to the line.
Last thing, he lets everybody touch the basketball. I think that's the most beautiful part about his game. When I watch him,
another thing, State, he lets everybody touch the basketball in their spot.
Yes, and he's passing it to Obi, and he's thinking right in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, pass it right there. He's doing that exact pass, the skip pass. I seen the pick and roll play tonight. I seen the pick and pop tonight.
He's mad off the pick and roll.
This kid running a pick and roll like a vet. Unbelievable how sweet he is on these pick and rolls.
On the pick and roll, he's mad because that floater can be a alley-oop or it could be a shot.
Yeah, because I wrote that kid runs the pick and roll beautifully like a vet. So, and then I wrote the biggest compliment. Celtics put Smart on quick, shutting him down, but he was dribbling a little too much quick, and those are the things the coaches will talk to him about. Don't dribble so much, and especially when you have an elite defender on you like that. So, but you know what? The biggest compliment you can get is by them saying, we got to switch this up. We're going to put Smart on you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's stripes on your arm. And you know what? That's something for the kid to say, you know what? Next game, bring him on because he's that type of kid. I'd like to have him on me and see what I can do against him. And that's a great way for you to say that you're going to the next level if you can do something on. And he is so elite, Marcus Smart, man. He's a dog. He's a dog that we'd love that type of dog on this team.
When we talk about Kyle Lowry getting all these other point guards, y'all better start thinking about quickly development. I don't know. I don't know. He keep giving me these type games.
Yeah. Hey, but quick if you State, if you think about Toronto, when they won or when they were really gelling, they had Van Fleet and Kyle, two basically type, point guard like type of players in the backcourt. Why couldn't a Kyle and a Quick play together?
So here's the caveat: they had a bunch of trees down there. You got Kawhi Leonard, one of the best two-way players in the world in his prime. You had Pascal, you had Marcus Gasol, and you had Serge Ibaka. And what's the trait that all three of those bigs got? All three of them could shoot the three. All three of them could defend the rim. So that was an all-time great team. They would have got swept by the Warriors if KD and Clay was healthy. But that was an all-time great team. So,
hey, Joe, let me come to you, my friend. Nameland from the chat said, do you think Randall and Obi can ever play in the same lineup together?
Yes. If you were playing against teams like I was a little bit disappointed today since Boston they're small. They don't have a bona fide center. Like Daniel Tyson, were like 6'8". That they didn't play Randall at the 5 or Obi at the 5 more. I have one of them at the 4. But I want to see more of, instead of people saying about Randall at the 5, I want to put Obi at the 5 because of him setting them screens and running off them screens with quickly. It brings up a lot more alley-oops attempts and it gets him closer to the basket. I feel when Randall's on the court with him and he's playing the 4, they have him too much out of the perimeter. Even though he can shoot the shots, I just want him a little bit closer to the basket. And you can't do that when him and Randall are on the floor unless you put Randall more out in the perimeter, which Randall's proven this season. Like last year, we said he can't shoot, but he's proven it this year that he's able to shoot. So I want to see a lot more, especially against smaller teams, without a bona fide big man.
Yeah, the man with the velvet voice, Kev. You think they could coexist in the same lineup?
You see plenty of lineups with 2-point guards.
No, I meant Obi and Randall.
Oh, Obi and Randall together.
It depends.
And we know that last year,
not really. I'm like not for long periods of time. No.
Yeah.
Randall
played 55% at the 4 and 45% at the 5.
I mean, when this year?
No, I'm saying Randall is last year with the Lakers. He played, so he's had experience playing the 5. So give the kid Obi the 4 and let Randall shift to the 5 on the small, playing small ball.
I mean, like I said, if I've seen it. If Julius and Kevin Knox can do it, I'm pretty sure Julius and Obi can do it.
You know, they played that lineup with it was Randall, Obi, Frank, Burks, RJ. That lineup would be hell. That was the lineup in preseason. I think we blew out Cleveland with that lineup. I think we blew them off the floor with that lineup. As long as Randall focused on defense and Obi focused on defense, they could play together. You know what I was just thinking about, Steven and Rob? While I was thinking about Obi and Randall, you remember the old Suns team? The team that had Amari, Sean Marion, Joe Johnson, Boris Diaw, Nash, Quentin Richardson,
and that other guard. I
forgot the other guard. Yo, this Knicks team kind of resembles them a little bit.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
We just don't have a Steve Nash right now, and that's okay.
We got a Steve Nash in the making.
Nah. Wait, OG, that's a good cigar, OG.
In the making.
That's a good guard. That's a good cigar, OG.
Hey, look, don't you know Steve Nash played with Dallas first, and nobody knew about him until he got to Phoenix. He was on the bench. He was behind Kevin. Oh, who it was? Kevin. Wait. He was behind. Knox was behind at that time. I think it was Kevin Johnson.
Nash started the final season, and then he left for the Suns. That final season, I forgot what year. It was before they got Antoine Jameson and all of them. It was before that. But that's what this next team remind me of, yo. Yeah. I could see Randall, Obi. I could see it. They just gotta be.
You just gotta accept it. You see it. You just gotta accept it.
Yo, when you beat a team by 30, man, I can't even come on here and say anything negative, man. We whipped them out today. Like that was
Look, Randall ain't paid 44 minutes. The minutes was mixed up. He gave him 12. So now we see the development of Obi because Randall is there. Nobody has to press. And as he grows, then maybe he can get the spot, and then we got something to trade. But right now, he can look, we're in a position of power. We are in a position of power at that point. We got Obi. Obi can make mistakes because we got Randall.
Yeah.
And he can develop in a way. Man, he was playing free, and everybody was balling.
I'm slowly moonwalking away from Trey Randall. I'm slowly though. Slowly. It's going to take some time. But I got to see, if I see more of these 30-point beatdowns, what I seen today, I don't know, man. Oh, man.
Hey, Guillermo said from the chat, Quickly will only thrive as a guard with the ball in his hand and a lot if Tibbs pushes the pace for more shots and looks per possession. Can't argue with that, Guillermo.
True,
I think
true.
Yeah, Guillermo.
Quickly not ball dominant. Quickly be giving up the rock, and plus the offense don't even run through him.
But I think
he advances the ball up court quickly, and then
I'll say this. Now to say this, I will say, and I'm not coming down when I say this because I like to be objective sometimes. there are some times we'll quickly throw up some shots. Like, maybe you should have passed that one.
That's a rookie, though.
He'll not gonna say that he don't. He will quickly a gun. He'll pull out that. He'll pull out that 9mm. He'll fire up some shots.
Yeah, but State brought up Lillard that we saw Damian a lot of times, like, go off, but then at the same time, like, yo, man, I don't know if you should have taken that shot. You got to take it.
Word. You got to live with the good with the bad. You just know Quickie is going to take shots. He took a shot today where I looked at the shot. I said, don't shoot that. What do you do? Oh, he shot. Oh, he made it. Oh, I ain't used to that. I ain't used to that. So I'm good with it. He can make as many mistakes as he wants.
Hey, State, is Quickie quicker than you thought? Is he quicker than you thought he was?
No.
He in the first step or whatever I don't know what he's doing, but he's a lot faster than I thought he was.
He is way better than what I thought.
Me too.
Kudos to Walt Perrin. Shout outs to Scott Perry. It's crazy that I'm shouting out Scott Perry. I gotta give them. They did their job. They hit the ball. They hit out the ballpark with that one. We gonna have to give them.
Come on, family, everybody, let's get it.
And then we're not even talking about what's gonna happen with the Dallas pick from this year, because Dallas got smoked today. So
Chicago put that thing on them.
Yeah, they put that beat down on them today. So we in a good spot. We in a non-lose situation, because if we lose, okay, who gives a damn? Which one of the kids had a good game? That's what we focus on. When we win, okay, cool, we won. Culture's changing, so it's whatever.
But from a win standpoint, I'm looking at at the family in the chat what they're talking about. That we still know the reality of this team, and we're going to be losing games this year. We're happy today, and we're going to take this win. But they're saying, if we have an opportunity, if things happen and we have an opportunity to take Jalen Suggs, we're going to take him. I have no problem with that, because like you were saying in one of your comps, hey, Quickley would be our Lou Williams off the bench. He would be playing like that, or
Suggs with Quickley.
I disagree. And this is the reason why I disagree with picking Suggs right now. Because if Quickley is still developing and getting better, at the end of the year, we will reevaluate who we want.
Suggs is the best point guard I watched.
Hey, look, we will reevaluate, because as we getting what we need at that position at the end of the year, we get to pick who we think is going to help.
That's like saying don't draft Obi because we got Randy.
You don't need that position.
But that's like saying don't draft Obi.
You have to take elite talent.
You gotta take Suggs. You gotta take Suggs.
What about Cunningham?
I'll take K too, but Adam Silver don't love us. He loves small markets who's last in the
time. Why are y'all feeling like we're going to win and be a playoff team and be in position to get some of these players?
We're going to go back.
I'm just saying what the chat said, Kev.
Hey, look, let me say this.
I just don't understand.
The basketball gods will bless us if we play hard, and at the end we go to the lottery.
Yeah,
we will get blessed.
Don't cheat the game. Don't cheat the game.
Because they were looking for those picks. Don't think you play hard and you see what you're going to get. You will get blessed by the basketball gods.
That's a fact. The basketball gods will never cheat you as long as if you tank the right way, as what Tibbs is doing now.
Steve Wallace used to say, the ball don't lie.
Yeah,
Let's play ball.
I firmly believe in that. After what Adam Silver has done to us the past 4 or 5 years, if you still think the Knicks is ever going to get the one pick, you might as well flush your Cade Cunningham dreams down the
basketball gods will give it to us. They gave the Lakers played hard that year, and they wound up with the number 2 pick because they played hard that year.
We all know why.
The 13th one not to get it.
We know why. OG.
We can't say that.
Can I ask a question?
Take it, Kev.
As Knicks fans, this is why I don't get in the draft. Aren't y'all just tired of doing this to yourselves? Like, we're going to get LaMelo, we're going to get a top 3 pick, and then before we're going to get Zion, and we're going to get this. Don't y'all just get kind of
I was never
tired of that. Like,
No,
doesn't it
actually,
hurt after a while?
I'm a draft guy. I love the draft. I live for the draft.
But every year we think, oh, we're gonna get this pick and we're gonna get this player, and then it doesn't happen, and then we end up with someone that you didn't want in the first place, and then you get disappointed. Like, why do y'all put yourselves in position to be
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. I'm younger than you. I didn't grow up with draft picks.
It's not the fact that you get draft picks, but it's the fact that you spend an entire
season. What draft picks we had 2015? What draft picks we had 2016?
You spend an entire season
in the 2000s. Huh?
You spent an entire season.
I
remember this. This is 2 years ago. Y'all spent an entire season billboard of Zion Williamson in Knicks jersey.
Zion said to RJ right now. Zion said to RJ, "You want to play for the Knicks?" RJ said, "Hell yeah."
You remember that? You remember that?
Meant to be.
You remember that?
It was matter of fact, RJ ran my shit.
Last year, the whole talk was, oh, we're gonna get LaMelo Ball.
Okay, so what? We got
LaMelo. And where's LaMelo at right now?
Okay, so what? We got Obi. So what?
Every year, but no, you talking about, oh, we're gonna get Cade and Jalen and all these other people.
I never said Cade.
And then the draft is gonna come, and it's gonna be someone completely different.
All right, so what?
Don't you do that with the Jets every year?
Huh?
Don't you do that with the Jets every year?
Yeah. And the Jets pick defense every year.
I want an offensive tackle. That's what my heart is right now.
Yes,
I want an offensive tackle.
Sewell.
But you got to look at things too, Kevin, right? The Hornets last year were in the lottery, were meant to get the 12th pick. They moved up to get the 3rd pick. Why? Because they tried to win and they were playing hard. Same thing could happen with the Knicks.
And Dallas. We got Dallas.
No question.
I'm trying to make the playoffs.
I'm not trying to make the playoffs.
It's quickly showing that he can run the point.
Yes.
I think at a high level. I think it's too short of a sample at this point in time.
I know. Okay, but he's showing right now that he can run the point. We can all agree on that, right?
And not only that, but help the development of our players.
So with development, look, he's 6'3" with a 6'9" wingspan.
Yep.
So as he gets bigger as a player and know the league, he's gonna get better. We can all agree on that, right?
Absolutely, without question, and especially because of the type of kid he is.
Why do we think that at the time he's developing? No player in the last 3 years that we've seen on the Knicks came in and is developing in front of our eyes like quickly. Can we agree on that?
We agree. Yeah, but didn't the Knicks also have Mark Jackson and Rod Strickland?
Okay, I didn't hear the question. That was. We're saying right now that it's a possibility that our point guard is on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So at the end of the year, if Quickly is averaging 15 and 8 with 4 rebounds a game, why do we draft Suggs?
Because the best
let me put it this way: if you could go back in history, do you think Portland would have taken Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan?
Hell no.
Even though they had Clyde. No, you take Jordan even though you had Clyde. So you do the same here. You take Suggs even though you have quickly developing.
And never look back.
Hold on.
Just real quick.
Hold on. That's not the question. Because if hindsight was like that, hold on. If hindsight was like that, then Michael Jordan would have went first to Houston.
No, you don't pick. You pick Hakeem one every time. You don't.
If you say Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time,
I'm picking Hakeem
greatest player of all time. Nobody in their right mind would say they would rather have Hakeem than Michael Jordan. As great as Hakeem is, ain't nobody taking Hakeem over Michael Jordan.
He has the rings, man. He has the rings.
No. Hakeem didn't have a dominant team as Jordan. Hakeem was dominant. Hakeem was one of the.
Let me tell you something.
I'm taking Hakeem.
Hold on, State. Let me ask you. Hold on, Rob. Before Hakeem won those championships, did you hear anything about Hakeem Olajuwon like that? Was he being talked about?
Did you see the teams in the Western Conference? This man was a one-man band. Are you kidding me?
No, hold on, because You can say the same thing about Patrick Ewing in New York. But Patrick Ewing his team was competitive. His team was there every year fighting.
Bro. No disrespect to Patrick Ewing. All due respect, he's the Knicks great, but he is no Hakeem. Like
not even close.
Hold on. I want to ask a question.
I'm taking.
I want to ask a hypothetical.
Let me ask you. You'll take LeBron over Shaq?
I say LeBron over Shaq?
Yeah. If they was both in the same job. You would?
I'm taking LeBron.
Nah, I'm taking Shaq, bro. I'm taking Shaq, and I love it.
There's a reason why people say that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. They don't say Hakeem is the greatest of all time. They don't even say Hakeem is the greatest center of all time. So to sit here and say
Pippen, he'd have won more chips. He'd have been up there.
Say that you would take Hakeem, who's not even the greatest center of all time, over the greatest player of all time is a ridiculous statement.
No, give Hakeem, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr, Phil Jackson, and then we got that conversation.
But hold on.
If I have a team,
Hakeem Olajuwon had a team. Obviously, he won the championship.
When he won the championship, none of the players on his team averaged 15 points or more.
Huh?
Look,
when he won the championship,
Hakeem did not go to the finals. Ralph Sampson was gone. Ralph Sampson wasn't even on the team. They had Hakeem and Ralph Sampson at the same time. They never sniffed the finals. They didn't sniff the finals. But when Hakeem was by himself with the team built around him like that, they was able to win. You picked Michael Jordan first.
Nah, I'm taking Hakeem.
Ain't nobody in their right mind in the history of basketball is taking Hakeem Olajuwon over Michael Jordan. That's just not happening.
Take Jordan over.
Wait a minute, Kevin.
And they did in
era of basketball. In that era of basketball, a lot went through meaning a 5 was really, really important on your team.
No, but you just said in hindsight. So in hindsight, if you know Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time, you still taking Michael Jordan regardless.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at Sam Bowie, in college, you're not saying that he's gonna.
No, what I'm saying, if you're gonna take it in a whole spectrum, and Houston has hindsight too, Houston's taking Michael Jordan.
So what would Hakeem do in this era? Are you kidding me?
He'd be dominant in any era.
What was Michael Jordan doing this era?
3-point shot.
He'd average 50 points.
Hakeem, 3-point shot, bro.
Look, with the 3-point rules, with the stretch 4 and everything, Hakeem was to the paint. That right now was like your boy Okafor. He's good with his back to the basket, but the lead doesn't change.
Nah, Hakeem.
Okafor to the play in that era would have probably been the number 1 pick because with his back to the basket. But in this era, the way they doing it now, nah, you don't pick him. That's why Okafor probably is on his way out the league because his skill set is limited to what the NBA is doing now.
Yeah, but don't say Okafor and Hakeem in the same sentence, though.
No, you can't. No, you can because they both played back to the basket. Now you taking. Now look, you put Hakeem. Hey, look, if you put Hakeem in this era, right now, he's pretty much a Okafor.
No
way! Come on,
his skill set is the Okafor. Look at the Joker will bring Hakeem out to guard the 3. It's a whole totally different game now.
You don't think he has a game that's better than Embiid?
Who?
Hakeem.
No, not at all. No,
oh, man.
Not at all. Not at all. Let me tell you why, Steve. Let me tell you why. Hakeem couldn't shoot the 3. Look,
because it wasn't asked of him at that time.
Look, listen. What Embiid can do, he can do what Hakeem does. But Hakeem can do what Embiid does. He can't shoot the 3. He couldn't shoot the 3. The league has changed. And that's the whole totally different. You can get the 2s when everybody is taking. Boston took 46 3-pointers today. 46. Hey,
they shot 14.9%.
Hey, look, my point is this here. Your center can shoot the three now. Back when Hakeem was playing, he would have been expected to shoot the three. So that's a different skill set.
Yeah.
He didn't have.
Hey, Rob, you know what the chat's saying? They want to hit off that cigar of yours, man. Because they're saying something special in that cigar for you.
With all due respect,
burning like fire.
Shaq was so dominant that I'm taking him number one over anybody. That's how much respect
How many
I got for that nigga.
How many rings Shaq got?
4.
That's not
a. How many Jordan got?
Come on, man.
Because every ring that Jordan got, he's responsible for.
Shaq averaged 30 in them. Wait, hold on.
Jordan led the league in scoring what? 10 times in straight?
Come on, man. That's Black Jesus.
Shaq got 4 rings, man.
That's Black Jesus.
Got 6 without a center.
Okay.
And some people can say with that, like, and I think I brought this up like a couple of weeks ago. You can make maybe the first when they beat Indiana, you could say Shaq was more valuable than Kobe was. But those other ones, it's a toss-up. Well, who was the most valuable player on those championship teams? It was never a toss-up with the Bulls. Who was the best player?
The valuable player. Every time Kobe played with Shaq, Shaq got the most valuable player.
Because he was dominant.
I mean,
I'm not taking nothing away from him.
But what I'm saying is, intricately,
playing with Jordan, you put Shaq with Jordan, Jordan's still getting Finals MVP.
No.
Shaq can't hit free throws.
You talk about Shaq now. We talk about Shaq. Shaq D
was so well-rounded. One thing that he can do that Shaq can do, he can score and he can rebound. Jordan can score, assist, and rebound, and all defensive player. And got 6 rings. That conversation is dead.
Hey, a quick shout out to D Hall. It's a little weird reading it, but a super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, and thanks for all your support. You said, quick, a little show of respect to the greatest of all time, Stephen Fox. Weird for me to read that, but thank you so much for the kind words. It's greatly appreciated. But you know, as Freezie says, this is an us thing, man, and we're all, you know, I appreciate it, but when you got the takes on these guys, man, it's easy to just distribute it like I do. But thank you so much for the support, your kind words. It's greatly appreciated, fellas. Just real quick again, let's see, we have 88 people, 88 likes. Do me a favor, we have 116 people in the chat. We're at 2 a.m. Please get that up to 100. Show the love for a belated birthday present for our Freezie, and show some love to the old Sly Fox. And please remember to hit those like, subscribe, and remind the bells so you don't miss out on any Knicks at Night and Knicks Morning Drive broadcasts. And please share the link on your favorite social media platforms so we can grow the Blarns Tears family. And thanks again. We just got over the 1,260 subscriber milestone. 1,500, here we come. We greatly appreciate it. And also shout out to the greatest mods the Lord's ever made: Sima Singh, Bodega Wi-Fi, the new Knicks. We appreciate all you do. And again, shouting out John Talento, man. Again, I love these people that, John, why don't you come on the video chat one of these days? I've been talking to you for years in the chat. So good to talk to you, man. Come on. We have this open policy. We want everybody here. We like keeping it fresh. We want different takes. We've had AK Anton Cates here. We've had Ronald Miller. We had, you know, all these different people. We had Powell. We're getting all these people. Come on. We want to hear all these different points from everyone. Thick, thank you so much for saying those kind words. Greatly appreciate it. Marty, where's Tweaky White been? I don't know. Probably in Alphabet City. Let's see. Jonathan Jordan, supporting cast has to be the most overrated cast in the history of sports. Yo, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, JD.
No.
I like your takes, but
Look, Steven, I'm about to get out of here, fellas.
oh man,
Hey, look, hey,
great
hey,
night tonight.
hey, look. You
Yes,
gotta
sir.
get my number. You gotta send me that hat. One of those. You gotta get me one.
I got you.
I'ma
I got
send
you.
my
Maybe on
number.
Twitter. I got you.
I'll say this though.
But Kevin, I'm out of here.
Hey, Steve,
I'm out of
as
here.
always, man. I love you.
One last words for all of y'all. I can't wait to get to the day when we can argue about why RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, Randolph, he's here, Obi, and when they become the vets, and we arguing because they getting too many minutes, and we not letting the younger boys play. I can't wait till we get to that moment. That's going to be for history. But yo, man, shouts to y'all, Uncle Freezie, man. I appreciate you, man. Always love. Get them likes up, man. And I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna be watching from the chat, man. Love you. Man.
Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, Steve.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that those first Bulls teams, the first three Bulls teams, weren't all that great.
No,
because it was just Mike and Scotty, and that was it. And they had
Horace Grant too.
I mean, Horace Grant's not a Hall of Fame kind of player.
I know, but he
might have made. I think Horace Grant might have made an All-Star team. Like a couple.
It's chemistry.
Did Horace Grant ever make an All-Star team?
Yeah.
Well, he did good enough to get a big bag once he left Chicago, but he was a glue type of guy, man. He did what he needed to do, and but just give me Pippen on Jordan, man. And Pippen, that guy on defense, I love the way that man played defense. Man, one of the greatest defensive players I've ever seen. So let me just go back. Brian Dubby. Bill Cartwright was pretty good. Yeah, Bill. University of San Francisco. Quiet money again. Thank you for your kind words. God, you guys are so generous. Really appreciate it, man. I can't tell you how much it warms my heart and my soul. John Talento, I can't wait for us to make the playoffs. I agree with you, man. We've been overdue as a city, and as our founder, leader, and host Freezie says, Lawrence tears. We've been crying those blue and orange tears for so many years that you just know statistically, and that the Lord's going to grant us one of these days, a team that we could be proud of, and a team that's going to go do something. And God knows we have the fans that are going to be appreciated, because we've been having Lawrence tears for too long. So what you think, Kev?
I think this team is going to make the playoffs this year.
By the way, everybody, he's the positive one on the positive one on this broadcast on the panel.
I mean,
but I love the way you think.
Someone has to be, but yeah, I don't see why they can't.
Hey, look, for the Knicks' age, right? When you look around the league as young teams, the Knicks right now popping is the best young team right now. Their record indicates right now, you go through Sacramento, you go through all the teams that's rebuilding, Atlanta, and all that right there. The Knicks is at the top part of that. And it took 1 year and different people in charge. Now the Knicks are one of the best young up-and-coming young teams. So that alone will draw free agents to the Knicks, even though we're still developing our young core. You put our young core on the floor, because I'm looking forward to the Sacramento game this week, Golden State, to see where we measure up with teams right now when we take that West Coast trip this week. We got one.
Yeah, it's going to be weird that we're going to be on while the game's on.
Oh,
on the West Coast game.
Oh, well,
I thought about that.
You got to change the game into a watch party, because everybody going to be watching the game. So
yeah, but got to turn all the audio off, because we don't want any copyright stuff to hurt our boys.
No doubt. But everybody's going to be watching the game at that time. When we come on, it's going to probably be at the third quarter. A quarter to 12, we'll probably be at the third quarter, the third quarter.
Or halftime, something like that. Yeah.
I think
Freezie, you there?
Yep.
How are you, man? Great show tonight, don't you think?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, it was awesome, man. A lot of great takes.
Yeah,
A lot of great takes, man. A lot of great thoughts.
yeah. I
Hey
love my
Cam, I'm
brothers.
gonna be in Durham next week. Next week I'm
Really?
gonna be in Durham. Yeah, I'm gonna probably try to. If you home, I'm probably if you don't mind, we can stop through, meet somewhere, and watch the game.
Hey, that's fine. If I'm not here, listen. If I'm not home, I'm at work. That's the only two places I'm ever at.
Me
I don't
too.
go nowhere else.
I'll be in Raleigh though, but I'll be there for a week. So
Okay.
yeah,
You know,
so
if you know anything about this area, it's all the same thing.
oh
Raleigh,
yeah, I
Durham,
know that area. I've been there.
Raleigh, Durham, Cary, Chapel Hill, it's all the same thing. That's why they say old tobacco. People who don't know, listen, people who follow college basketball but probably never been to North Carolina. The rivalry between Duke and Chapel Hill is the proximity. When they say Old Tobacco Road to us, that's literally 15501. You can literally get on 15501, go from one campus to the other campus in like 15 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, Tobacco Road. Yeah, I know all about
You can
that.
get the state in like 25 minutes from Duke. So they're all literally like right in one area. So
I thought Tobacco Road was a song by Johnny Winter. See,
Hey, look,
no, it's literally a highway.
Knox gonna have a big game tomorrow.
Yeah. So Freezie,
Knox
you
gonna
ready
have a
to
big
go,
game
my
tomorrow.
friend?
Hey, I'll say this about Orlando. And this is why the Austin Rivers thing coming off the bench first is weird, because their wings and guards are all big. They don't have small wings in Orlando. Like everyone is like 6'6" and up.
And quickly gonna be able to penetrate like no other because they don't have no.
Hey,
They don't have.
get out of here.
I'm getting out of here. Hey, chat, love you, family. Great show tonight. I'm all amped up. We have a show tomorrow. Good luck to our team tomorrow.
Our game is at 12 o'clock tomorrow, fellas.
Yeah, game's tomorrow at 12. Everybody, just love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Go Knicks. Take care, family. Love you.
All right, man. Peace.
Hey, Freezie.
Yo.
Is Chuck blocked?
No, I didn't block Chuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Legion the Knicks said he is, but I don't know how he got blocked.
Yeah, he said, he hit me on Twitter. He said, he's been trying to get into the chat and he's blocked. No. You think he probably blocked himself because he ain't want to hear the smoke?
Yeah. And so when it says blocked, he need to see if it says administrative block or what. You know what I'm saying? Because so he got to find out how he got blocked, and then that way we can fix it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, Freezie, did you see how
blocked on Twitter too?
Oh, I talked to him on Twitter about a couple minutes ago.
With his new Twitter account, right?
Yeah, his Twitter account. I talked to him on Twitter.
Yeah, because his old Twitter account blocked too.
Oh well, he must have hit him. He must say he blocked, but he really not. He just don't want that smoke because I hit him earlier today. I said, "What you say? Quickly ain't a point guard with the 8 assists." He was quiet.
Yeah, and he didn't hit me on Twitter. He know good and well he could have hit me up on Twitter and said something. That way we could have tried to work on it together. So I mean, I
no, he didn't want that smoke, Freezie. That's what it was. I think that's Chuck trying to say he blocked, but he ain't really blocked.
Yeah, because I'm looking and I don't see where he's blocked. So I don't know.
Oh, Chuck fronting. He ain't want that smoke.
Yeah, and Chuck. No, I ain't gonna block him.
Oh, you no, he didn't want that smoke, so he just wanted to wait because Dennis Smith Jr. He had to explain about he done his 2 push-ups and he wasn't on the floor, so Chuck ain't want to explain all that.
Yeah,
Chuck is hiding. Manchild said Chuck is hiding. I believe him.
And that air ball Dennis Smith Jr. threw up tonight. That 3-pointer, that thing looked ridiculous. Yeah. So.
Hey, so what you think about the game, Freezie? You ain't give us up. You look. Tell us what you think.
I said it on the Knicks morning drive. I said the Knicks are going to win by 15.
And they won by 30.
By 30, right?
And
right.
I bet it on the game in Vegas. I won 1850.
Oh wow!
I bet 20, and I won 1850. So
So you
Vegas
want?
still taking your money.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I
So
said
what you think?
tomorrow's gonna be weird because it's gonna be because Mitch going up against a big center again. Vucevic.
And he ain't gonna be a problem for Mitch. Mitch is too athletic for him.
Yeah.
Vucevic is big. Like I
Hey,
said,
Mitch is too
we all
athletic for
know
him.
what happens when Mitch goes up against a big center.
But no, he's not. He's not drumming. He's not drumming. Mitch is gonna do his thing.
Right.
Mitch is gonna do his thing.
Mitch got to worry about the 3-pointer tomorrow. That's what he got to worry about mostly. And to be honest with you, I would be surprised if he played tomorrow. If Mitch played tomorrow after the way he fell and landed. You remember
he
how
came back in the
He
game.
ain't gonna play today.
Yeah. Hey man.
Mitch is a warrior.
Hey, okay.
Mitch is gonna be worth that paper coming out, and we ain't even see the shot yet, but we know it's there. It's coming. Thibodeau said it's coming, so he might unleash the shot tomorrow. He might say, "Go ahead, Mitch, shoot that shot. You deserve it."
I don't know if that's gonna be tomorrow or not, but
Hey, when it comes, we ain't gonna know. I think it might be tomorrow.
I thought what was that like a couple games?
I'm predicting Mitch's gonna take his first jumper shot tomorrow.
I was surprised like a couple games ago when he had that little jump hook. I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, where did this come from?" I mean, he missed it, but I was like, "Wait a minute, Mitch with the jump hook."
Yeah,
where did this come from?
Hey, look, we need to get Kareem on as one of our coaches so he can show him the sky hook. Mitch get that sky hook, man. If Kareem can show Mitch that sky hook,
yep,
it's gonna be over.
Yep.
It's gonna be over. But look, this is what Mitch can do that everybody don't. Mitch is the only center that can go from the paint and block a 3-point shot. No center in the league can do what Mitch can do.
Yep.
No center can block a guard's 3-point shot and still recover back to the paint.
And that's
Mitch is the
why
only one.
That's the reason why he got hurt tonight. Remember the play he got hurt on? That was a blocked 3-point attempt.
Yeah.
That he got.
Yeah. Mitch is special. Mitch is special. Mitch is really special. And since if Mitch was on another team, and then that's the player that we'll be saying, when his contract come on, we need to get him because he orchestrates the defense for real.
Yep.
When Mitch is playing on defense, the Knicks win. It doesn't matter what he's scoring. When Mitch is playing, Mitch scored what today? Mitch scored what, 10, 12?
I don't know.
And we blew a team out by 30 because Mitch on the defensive end, Mitch is special.
Yeah, Mitch is. Hey, you know what? You know what else? If Kevin Knox ever goes left, he's going to average 25 points a game.
He gonna average.
Knox ever go left.
Hey, look, let me tell you just like this here with Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox and what him and coach is talking about is like, look, establish something right now, and then we'll open up your bag. Because Mitch is a 3-level. Knox is a 3-level scorer. Right. He's most definitely a 3-level scorer. He came off the dribble. Clyde said today, he said, "Oh, Mitch, he's off the bounce now."
Yeah.
Once, because that 3, he knows that's in the bag.
Yep.
We know what to expect. That's in the bag. When he open up, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick.
I said earlier, Freezie, I said, I don't know if you were listening. I said, if you would have said a year ago that Kevin Knox would be the best in the league at something, somebody would have laughed at you.
Yeah.
But Kevin Knox is literally the best at the league at the corner 3. Like literally, nobody is better than Kevin Knox at the corner 3. Huh?
I don't know if I'm gonna say. I don't know.
Statistically, that's a fact.
I know.
You can't argue the numbers.
I know.
You can say you may not want it because you have a weird place in your heart for Kevin Knox, but statistically, Kevin Knox is the best at the corner 3.
Okay. All I can say to that is if you say so, then I feel like if it's a fact, then it's a fact. You know, I'm not knocking Knox, but wow, to say he's the best in the league at something, that's heavy.
Hey, look, your boy, Randall, he's putting Knox in his program every day.
Yep.
He's dealing with that dude every day. They talking on the floor. They doing a lot. And Knox is growing right in front of our eyes. This team right now, I would say, me personally, I don't want to do no trades. I like the chemistry that we have, and the chemistry is working. Now, when we start getting that starting lineup to what Tibbs said, he said, look, okay, we working on it. He said in his press conference on MSG, he said, look, now that everybody healthy, he said he want to see Quickly and Peyton on the floor together. You got a tall guard. What don't work with and I'm gonna refer to the Blazers. They got two. Damian Lillard is bad. And his protege, McCullough, he's bad too. But they lack height.
Yep.
They lack height. You put a big guard with Quickly that can defend, and you let him go to work. That's what you want.
Yeah, man.
That's what you want. Yeah. That's exactly what you want. 8 assists today. I hit Chuck up. I said, what? You say he wasn't a point guard? Legion said he wasn't a point guard. He's a point guard, like he said. Oh, what's the definition of what a combo guard is? One who can score and pass. That's the definition of a combo guard. Right. They just defied it right now to what they think it is. So what? He's a combo guard, but he's still a point guard.
Right. I think they're wrong. I think everybody that says Emmanuel Quickly is a combo guard is wrong.
Me too. I agree with you.
And their wrongness, instead of admitting that they see point guard tendencies and Quickly, what they do is double down on being wrong. They double down on it. You know what I'm saying? So the thing with Quickly is thus far, every time you see Quickly on the floor, he's playing next to a shooting guard. But he is handling all the point guard duties.
Exactly.
Right? You have not seen Quickly on the floor with a point guard and him playing the 2. Right?
That's right.
What you see is Emmanuel Quickly and Austin Rivers, Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly and say Reggie Bullock, Emmanuel Quickly and whoever. But you never see Emmanuel Quickly and Elfrid Payton together. Right? And the reason for that is because Emmanuel Quickly is the point guard. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to see that, and so what they say is that doesn't mean he's not a point. That means he's still a combo, but combo is short for combination.
I can do both.
Right.
Yep.
Combo is short for combination. Right.
See, Freezie, that's the question that I need to ask when they say he's a combo guard. I need what their definition is of a combo guard. They just say, oh, he's a combo, but they never give no definition of what's a combo guard is to them.
Because he doesn't pass the eye test, right? He doesn't look like a point guard and he doesn't look like a 2 guard. So he's not a 6'6" 2 guard. And he's not a 6'1" blazing fast point guard. So he's in between. So they say he's a combo. But nah. Just because you don't look like say Kevin Johnson, or just because you don't look like Isaiah Thomas doesn't mean you're not a point guard.
That's right.
And just because you're not 6'7" like Clyde Drexler doesn't mean that you're not a 2 guard. You know what I'm saying? You can be somewhere in the middle and still be a point guard.
That's right.
Especially in today's NBA. In today's NBA, you don't have old school point guards like John Stockton. You're not gonna have a 6'2" guard that looks like John Stockton all the time. Now guards are gonna look like Steve Nash or Steph Curry. Guards that generate offense by being a weapon on the floor. You know, the reason why Emmanuel get assists And the reason why he can get into the paint is because he's weaponizing everybody else on the floor. So now you got to respect everybody on the floor and defend the point guard too. See, Elfrid Payton don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So now that you see quickly score and Elfrid Payton don't, you call Elfrid Payton a true point guard, but he don't score. But then you call Emmanuel Quickly a combo guard. I mean, come on.
I look at it like this: when they call him a combo guard, so what are they really saying? That a point guard is better or a combo guard is better? I think that if you see what your team needs when you come into the game and you're scoring first, you're doing a necessity for the team.
Right.
This is what we need at this time. When Quickly comes in the game, he's doing what's needed. If it's passing first, he's gonna do that. And then if he needs to score because Peyton is not, he's changing the whole defensive flow of the other team. So is a combo guard better than the point guard? Let's ask the chat that. What's better, a point guard or a combo guard?
To be honest with you, the term combo guard is, Kev, we can't hear you. Kev, we can't hear you, man.
I was going to say, if you had an example of who is a combo guard, like what would be the best example of that to go off of compared to who definition of what a point guard is in today's NBA?
Donovan Mitchell to me is a combo guard.
So I agree.
Donovan Mitchell is a two guard first that in some instances plays some point guard in some lineups, but not a lot. So he can do both, but he's mainly one. But he's adept at doing both, and he's adept at doing it on the fly.
I think if you go to the back in the day, like if you look at a player back in the day, what would you say was Michael Jordan a combo guard or a point guard or a shooting guard?
Michael Jordan was a shooting guard.
Yeah, I'll give you an example of a combo guard from back in the day. Joe Dumars. You remember Joe Dumars from the Pistons?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And so Joe Dumars was the two next to Isaiah Thomas, right?
Yep.
And so what they would do is when Isaiah would go to the bench, they would bring in this instant scorer named Vinnie Johnson.
Vinnie Johnson, microwave.
Yep. So Vinnie Johnson, even though he had point guard size, was really a two guard, right? So Joe Dumars would slide over, and Vinny would just come in and just shoot that rock. You know what I'm saying? Vinnie Johnson couldn't defend the point nor run the offense, but he could score. You know what I'm saying? And you know who else? I'll tell you another person. Andrew Toney from the Sixers. Remember Andrew Toney?
You went back.
yeah, man. Andrew Toney, when Mo Cheeks would go to the bench, then Andrew Toney would play some point too. You know what I'm saying? But he was more adept at scoring. And for those that don't remember, Andrew Toney used to have the roughest nickname in the game. They used to call him the Boston Strangler. You remember they used to call him the Boston Strangler? Yeah. Because he used to average
number 22 used to light him up.
He used to light Boston up, but no matter what, but Boston would draft dudes, sign free agents, bring dudes in off the street to guard
just to check him.
And they would still get roasted. Yeah, man. So the combo guard to me is not a bad word or whatever to label anybody. But I think Knicks fans are so afraid that we may have answered the point guard question that they're nervous about, calling somebody a point guard. And the thing about it, and you notice, if you notice, the Knicks fans are quick to try to move somebody off the point. They like, hey man, no, move Frank. Frank's not a point. Move him to the 3. Dennis Smith Jr. can't run the offense. Move him to the 2. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it is, they're always quick to move them off the point. Like we have this weird thing of hating, point guards or whatever. But Quickly is definitely, in my opinion, he's today's type point guard. and the word point guard evolves. Like centers back in the 80s don't play like centers in nowadays game. You almost don't even need a center nowadays. You gotta have rim protection.
That's right.
But the only center from back in the only few centers from back in the days that could probably play today is probably Pat Ewing, because he can shoot the jumper and protect the rim. Maybe David Robinson, because he had a great face-up game. But Elijah Wan's post game, I don't know if you would see that in today's NBA.
That's right, because in the press conference, Legion said that we're ignoring the chat. No, we're not. We asked you for a definition of what you think a point guard is. You haven't told us yet. A combo guard is. You haven't told us. Freezie just broke down what we think a combo guard is. They're trying to make like being a combo guard, because you can look at it like this here too, in a sense. You can look at it like this here. You can look at Chris Paul, because Chris Paul can give you points when it's needed.
Right.
When it's needed,
right.
He can give you points. So is Chris Paul a combo guard? Because he can do both? But we don't consider him that because he's an elite passer.
Right.
Quickly can become an elite passer. 8 assists today. Look, even though Tatum was out, but we were still supposed to lose the game by 7.
Right.
Even though he was out. So nobody can tell me that, oh, Boston ain't have all their horses. So be it. But we were still supposed to lose the game.
Right.
And we won by 30.
And Friday, Cleveland didn't have all their horses.
That's right.
And what happened?
When you have a team that you know who the players are that day, the scouting report, you may have the players for playing who you're going to play against. And all of a sudden, things change. You don't know these players you're playing against. So somebody named Brown can get 25 because we didn't know he was playing. Our game plan was for your starters. And every time the Knicks ran up against starters, they played hard and they won, or they played hard and they lost. And the game was always close.
Right.
So when you put your team on the floor, that's in our scouting report. That's what we're looking at. Okay, this guy gonna play. So you get Joe Blow, who you didn't think is playing. He's still an NBA player. So he's getting shots that you're not defending for one reason. We didn't scout again for you, but you're still an NBA player.
Right.
So you're going to hit your shots. And yeah, we may lose, but you put your lineup on the floor and you got our scouting. We got the scouting. We got Tibbs there. We playing our game to that.
Well, let me ask you a question, because against Cleveland, if that's the case, regardless of what scouting or not, everybody in Madison Square Garden know who Damian Dotson is.
Right.
And we locked
Damian
him down
Dotson
into the
shouldn't have
quarter.
been doing half the things he was
Look,
doing.
we locked him down. He was 0 for 7 before he hit them last 7 points to beat us. We had him on lock. He wasn't doing anything because we know him. But then at the end of the day, he hit some shots in the fourth quarter that beat us. Damian Dotson, who used to be a Knick, he beat us. None of those role players beat us. Damian Dotson, in the clutch time of the game, he beat us.
And ain't nobody was like, man, Damian Dotson clutch. He can come in the fourth quarter and get them shots.
But he wasn't clutch for us like that. He hit shots at the end of the game.
That's because Damian Dotson was never in the game in the fourth quarter.
Huh?
I said, that's because Damian Dotson was never in the game in the fourth quarter.
Well, but we've seen his value. He showed value. Anybody that you playing against that already been a part of the team, that know your offense, know what you're running, and he hit his open shots. He did not do that earlier, but he done it late. Right. But for anybody to say that, okay, this player can't do this. That's why I say, like, when the draft comes, let's see what the draft develops for us, what we need. Because if Quickly got 16 points and 6 assists, do we really need a point guard? In his first year.
I'm gonna say this about Quickly. I believe he's a real point guard, but I still believe that he's only a piece to the point guard puzzle. If there's a guy out there we feel like could be better long term, then I'll say let's open competition.
Yeah,
One
and I
thing
would.
we hadn't had in a long time.
Oh yeah. There he is. There he is. Yeah. What up? What up, though? What up, though?
Yo, what's good,
Legion.
man? I'm gonna be in and out real quick because I got work to do. But
Okay,
I
no
apologize.
doubt.
Sorry,
We feel you.
it's knowing me. I effed up this weekend, so my time I messed up. I got something to do on Tuesday, but because
We
Rob says I don't
understand.
come in. Rob says I don't come in when we win, and I would have. I was
Yeah.
actually, I wish
Now
I
you
could-
here. After you got called out, now you here.
Well, no, it's not that. I'm legit busy, and I said I wasn't gonna be on today. But anyway, congrats to the Knicks. Good win. Obviously, Tatum and Kemba were put on minutes restrictions, but you win the games in front of you. So again, no excuses because we lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So win, you have to win. Win. Guys play well tonight. RJ, I believe Randall had a really good game or good game. No, Randall had 19-20, I think. Good game. I mean, it was a spread out game, whatever.
11.
Bad. IQ had a good game. I can't exactly remember some of the stats. I know the big man, Obi, had a few threes. Today, again, I told you to try to build up his perimeter game, so guys need to be
He
patient.
went inside too.
Well, yeah, he did go inside. He had that one where he stepped out of bounds, but again, I think that Tibbs is trying to work on his perimeter game to slowly try to find a way to get him and Randall on the court at the same time. Maybe they're not starting to get it, but to have them in certain sets, which again would be a good thing if that could happen. Obviously, the defense might be a little, but so you said two things that really don't make sense. So,
okay, tell me what I said that don't make sense.
You said Olajuwon would have been Embiid, but Mitchell Robinson is special. Mitchell Robinson.
No, that's not what I said. No, I didn't say that.
You said Mitchell Robinson.
This is what I said. It's not. Look, this is what I said. I said that his skill set, he can do already what Olajuwon can do. Olajuwon in his era, he did not have to shoot the three. That's the extra package that Embiid has. He can post
right, but we're also assuming that he wouldn't have developed it. It's like the same thing with Jordan. It's like Jordan shoot threes, but he averaged like point something or one, I think, for his whole career. It just wasn't asked for in this game. You were actually demonized. Like you were looked as like I don't say a circus clown, but you look as a so-called specialist if you shot threes. Like that just was not part of the game. So
no, from that position, Guillermo, what I'm saying from
and
that
also
position,
Embiid stopped shooting threes. I think his 3% or his percentage of threes that he takes, the total shots have gone down because he's not that good of a three. He can do it, but he's not that good of a 3-point shooter. Hold up. So I remember when like 2 years ago he was taking a lot of threes. So this year, in regards to threes, my computer could actually load up. So he's taking. Right now, he's shooting 39%, but last year he shot 33.1% over 4.1 attempts. The year before that, he shot 30% off of 4.4 attempts. So the year before, he had 30.8%, so 4.4 attempts. And his rookie year was 36.7% attempts off of 4.5. So outside of the shots this year, the previous years, he's been not doing so great. So again, I think, speculation, I think Olajuwon would have probably been shooting more threes, and his footwork. When I watch Embiid has good footwork. Don't get me wrong, but Olajuwon had probably the best footwork of anybody. Someone said he's not considered one of the greatest centers. Well, go and ask Shaq. Like I think it was Kevin Wright who said that. Shaq and those other guys are saying that. It was you, Rob. My bad, Kevin.
He was the best center.
Oh, okay.
In his era, Hakeem was the best center.
Okay, so it's Kevin who said that Olajuwon wasn't even. Was it you, Kevin, who said that?
I said Olajuwon wasn't what?
That he wasn't one of the best center or considered the best center of all time.
Yeah, I said he's not considered the best center of all time. Yeah.
You're bugging.
You bugging.
You're bugging.
No, I don't think that if you say who's the best center of all time, I think 9 out of 10 people are gonna say Kareem. I think that's the name that pops up. I think
Kareem was in his era. We talking about what?
No, you said all time. I said all time. I said Kareem wasn't the best center of all time.
But Hakeem,
and so you're gonna see and say Kareem is better than Hakeem.
You know what,
Kareem.
Kevin? I'll concede this. A lot of people will say this that Olajuwon was the most talented center of all time. So I'll give you that.
Like I said, when people say the greatest center
accomplishments it's fine. You said Kareem. That's fair enough. But a lot of people do say, like, I'm not sure it was Shaq. I can't remember if it was Shaq on that TNT show, but people like, yo, Kareem, when you talk about one of the best. And by the way, salute to Shaq, because he also gave credit to Patrick Ewing. He said one center that no one talks about as one of the greatest of all time just because he didn't win a ring is Patrick Ewing. So salute to Shaq for that. But then the other thing you said, so I put the combination guard definition multiple times in the chat. You didn't read it. I said a combination. I did. I
said I didn't see it.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right. So a combination guard is a guard, and again, people take a negative connotation to it. There's no negative connotation to a combination guard. Many times, people do. They put combination guard to like a guard who just looks for a shot first. And they say, "Oh, he's a combo guard." Well, yeah, he may be, but again, there's no negative connotation to it. A combo guard is a guard who does a little bit of both, but doesn't fit squarely into any category. For instance, Allen Iverson, right? Allen Iverson 1 year had 9 assists. He averaged 8 or 9 assists 1 year. But you never look at him. He was a scoring guard. He was 6'1", 6'2". He was a shooting guard in a point guard's body who can facilitate, but that wasn't his forte. The same thing with Quickly. Like people are saying Quickly can do a little bit of both. I even advocate because again, when you see teams where he struggles to get spacing or to create his own shot, I've advocated Tom Thibodeau needs to have him play more off ball when he's shooting threes and producing that way versus struggling to dribble and drive against point guards. We can't get the pick and roll going. Because many times we love these floaters, right? But in many games you've seen him where that floater ain't going off.
But look, when you talk about the floater, you got to also look at it like this. He was off an injury. It probably took him 2 weeks to get back to his flow. Now he's back in his flow. So now let's see going forward what it looks like.
But even in his flow, he was attacking. Even in his flow. College, how many assists he averaged in college?
But he was playing with another point guard.
Doesn't matter. You literally said he's a point guard. So, okay, if he's playing with another guard, shouldn't he still have a decent amount of assists in college? He wasn't. But people look at it as a negative thing. There's absolutely
John Calipari don't develop point guards.
But he had John Wall. So again, we can sit here.
But John Wall was the outlier. John Wall was going to be the number 1 pick regardless.
No, that has nothing to do with my argument. The argument is that whether you develop him as a point guard, but John Wall was a point guard at UK.
At Kentucky, right? But what I'm saying, okay, what about every other point guard that came through? What about every other point guard that came through?
All right, so who are the other point guards? Let's look up point guards from University of Kentucky.
What Eric Bledsoe? Remember Eric Bledsoe?
What about SGA?
Yeah, and it
point guard.
It took SGA half a year to even look decent at Kentucky, and then it took him another half a year in the NBA.
But he was and the funny thing is that because he was being developed more as a point guard versus a point guard who can also score. Most of his game really opened up when he got to the Clippers because like, oh crap, this kid can also score. He's adept at scoring, but his forte at UK, a lot of it was facilitation. Because remember, who was he playing with? Your boy Kevin Knox, and the offense was geared to getting Kevin Knox the ball off of what? Screens, curls. So again, SGA was being developed as a point guard.
That's part of the narrative. But
there's no narrative. That's a fact. Wait, hold on. The reason why SGA got underrated as a developing
that Kevin Knox actually nursed this dude SGA through his freshman season at Kentucky, because SGA looked big and slow and made poor decisions.
No, and he didn't. You're making this up. You're making stuff up, Freezie.
Man.
You did not watch SGA in college.
Do you have to be right? Do you have to make up a story to be right?
No, I'm not making up a story. You're making up a story.
I watched the dude play. You telling me? Okay, you telling me SGA was dominant from the door?
No, but no. That has Someone being a dumb, or what do you say, a dumb, slow player has nothing with the.
No. I didn't say he was dumb.
You say
I said he made decisions really slow. All that means is that it took him time to adjust to the college game. I'm not calling that dude. You never heard me call anybody dumb.
You say he made dumb. You say he made slow decisions. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that means that it just took him time to adjust to the college game. Kevin Knox.
He was a point. Freezie? What the F does that have to do with the point? He was a point guard. Everything you're saying has nothing to do with. He was developed as a point guard.
Hey, look. Hey, Guillermo, look at it like this.
As a point guard at UK.
Guillermo, I got a question. What's better to be right now in this NBA? A point guard or a combo guard that can do both? So then you can put as the two anybody that you want.
It depends on your fit. It depends on your fit and your talent. Yeah, right. So for instance, right, if I have a team, put like this, everybody's looking at the Suns right now. Why do you think that team is looking so much better than they did last year? A lot of it has to do with a pure point guard and CP3, the last of a dying breed, right? That is a pure point guard who get Devin Booker the ball off ball. Devin Booker does not have to be on the ball. Is a lot more dangerous without it, right? Other teams, like it works relatively for the Portland Trailblazers. Dame Lillard, you can argue, is a more of a combo guard, but it works with him and CJ McCollum. So it all depends.
It doesn't work with them two.
Can I ask a question?
They're going to the playoffs. Wait, hold up. They're going to the playoffs. Now, granted, other things are, I mean, not winning championship, but they're getting the playoffs. They're one of the better teams in the West.
But look, them two together will never get a ring because they're lacking in one thing. On the other side of the ball, you got two small guards. On the other side of the ball, on the defensive side of the ball, it would never work because you're going to get scorched. That's why they don't win.
Whoa, but what does that have to do with the comp? Okay, forget offensively. That combination of Dame Lillard and McCollum, is that one of the better combinations in the game? Just offensively.
No, I say no. I say no. And this is the reason why I say no, is because one of them is too short. You need height at that guard position. You're going to need height. You can have that elite scoring, but on the other side of the ball, side of the ball, you're going to be exposed. So that combination don't win.
Right.
It doesn't win.
I understand what Rob's saying, but I don't know if you necessarily need the height, but you definitely need the physicality. Like Starks was 6'2", guarding a 6'6" Jordan, right? And that's every matchup. And like Joe Dumars was 6'2", guarding 6'7" Reggie Miller. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where Rob coming. I think you just need the presence there. But
they're literally ranked as one of the top backcourts in the NBA. So I don't know
I think they are.
They're one of the best backcourts. How are we saying they're not?
Dumars was an elite defender.
Yeah,
but they're the best backcourts in the NBA. Like,
am I right now, right?
Yes, they are. They still are. Like, okay, takes for what you want. I'm not saying you rank them because they're saying this, but even Bleacher Report checked them as in 2019-2000 season last year as the best backcourt in the NBA.
Who's that?
In the 6 years together that they've had together, these guys have never had a losing record reaching the postseason every time. Coming into a trip to Western Conference Finals 2 years ago, Lillard and McCollum combined for 46.8 points, 8.6 rebounds, 9.9 assists during the regular season, while turning over the ball just 4.2 times together. Like, we're literally like they're one of the best backcourts in the NBA. We're trying to say they aren't to make an argument.
But besides that, the only backcourt with that height that was able to win, and they got 2 rings, was Dumars and Isaiah. You can't go back in the history of the NBA to see that another team was able to do that. You have to have a tall. One of them got to be tall.
So hold up. This is your argument. Because those guys have not won a chip, they can't be considered good. So how the hell are you
considered good to consider to get a chip? We're talking about to get the chip.
Okay, but hold on. So that means that quickly can never be considered good.
No, when you put a tall what Tim said today in his press conference was this here. He said, "Yeah, we're looking at the lineup. We got our healthy players. What I want to see is, Quickly and Peyton on the floor together, because now you got a tall guard and you got one that's subsized." He said,
I actually don't want to see EP. You said Quickly and Peyton. I really don't want to see.
Well, look, if you got one can shoot and one is elite defender, because
is EP really an elite defender?
Look, Peyton is a good defender. He will be elite. Now, look, let me make my point.
I got you.
He will be an elite defender when you got somebody on the floor with him that can shoot at that top spot. He will become an elite defender because all the responsibility now doesn't rest on him.
That doesn't make him an elite defender. He's a poor defender.
No, he will become. Like Chip said, I want to see that. I want to see it too. I want to see how they be on the floor together. Like if you took Quickly and you also put like Frank with him, for instance. Frank is 6'6". So now you know that on that side of the ball with the shooting guard, because my point guard is going to give me points. You put that on the floor, and then we can lock down that other shooting guard because we got an elite defender, and my point guard can score. It's just like vice versa. You can do that because now you can't have 2-6-2 guards on the floor and expect, because on the defensive end on the side of the ball, you're gonna have problems. But if you got an elite defender and my point guard can score and assist, and then my second guard can defend and assist too, you're looking at a totally different package.
Well, let's dispel some notions. So EP is not really. I think the assist numbers are well inflated, right? And this actually goes to help Kevin Wright, because when he's on the court, no, this is to your point about Knox. When you see go, okay, Kevin, prove me wrong. When EP is on the court, how effectively do you think he gets the ball to Kevin Knox for the most part? He's had that one game. I think it was the what was the game that Knox shot well? Oh my gosh, was it Cleveland? No, it wasn't Cleveland. Damn, I think it was a game
against the team.
Every time EP is out there, why is it that EP he needs a pick and roll? He needs Randall to operate on the side. Why does it seem that many times EP is having an issue getting the ball to Knox?
Because Quickly is not on the floor. That's what I'm saying.
Quickly. If Knox is in the corner, I use the and this actually worked more. If I have the pick and roll, sometimes I can attract Knox's defender. That's an easier pass to Knox. And EP doesn't get it off that quick. Now, I don't know what his numbers now are, but at one point, remember, Kevin, when we were saying that EP, his percentage of or the passes that come from EP to Knox, the percentage of those was like 9%. And that was below like Art. No, it wasn't below Art. It was below Bullock's, I think, Randall's, Burks. It was like 3 guys. I can't remember exactly who. EP does not get the ball to Knox. A true point guard will know, okay, this boy Kevin Knox is cooking right now. He's in the corner. How can I set up the offense to get his defender away from him so I get the ball to him in the corner? EP doesn't do that.
What you're not putting in the equation is him on the floor with Quickly. The whole floor looks different. The whole floor looks different.
How much does Kevin Knox have today?
No, we're not talking about Kevin Knox. What we're talking about is them two on the floor together and what they're seeing. Peyton's looks start looking a little bit more better with Quickly on the floor with him. His driving, what he sees, the passing looks better because you have to look at Quickly. Now, if you have Peyton on the floor by himself, it's a whole totally different thing without Quickly. You have Quickly and Peyton on the floor together. His vision, everything changes because you have to pay attention to what Quickly is doing. That opens up the floor for Peyton to do whatever he does. So I'm not saying it's going to work, but I want to see it. I don't want to just say, I don't want to see it. I want to see what it looks like with they both healthy on the floor. That's all. Now, if it doesn't work and then you remove it, you change it up, you do what you need to do. But right now, that's a look that we haven't seen yet. So let's look at the look first before we judge the look. Because now Peyton is looking at the floor totally different. He got more space in me. If Quickly is off in the wing and Peyton is driving, Peyton could kick the ball to Quickly. Quickly can make the shot or make the extra pass or do whatever it needs to be done. But we need to see that first before we judge it. That's what Tibbs said. Look, everybody is healthy. I want to see them two on the floor. We never got to see that yet. We can't say that it doesn't work. We were saying earlier that Randall and Obi can't play on the floor together beginning of the season. I think that they can. So let's see it first before we say that it can't happen. If it doesn't work, guess what?
Maybe for you, man. But because people making it like there's a negative connotation. What I'm saying with Quickly, I want Quickly to get more minutes in EP. I want Quickly to get more minutes. I don't mind Quickly coming playing as an off guard. I have absolutely no problem with it. You might want to see EP. I'm good with EP. If we can find a way to move on from, I've seen it before from EP. I'm good. I think he's a low level thinker. I've seen him when teams have played zone against us. He just doesn't know what he's doing a lot of times. He's driving into zones, driving into places where his man is supposed to be making passes. I'm good with EP. Someone asked, do you see us winning the game tomorrow against the Magic? Magic, I haven't done the proper research on them yet because I've been busy with other stuff. But I mean, Vucevic.
As I said earlier, it's going to be a different matchup. Like I said, they have an active center. They have an active center that's going to give Mitch problems because every time he goes up against an active center, he has problems.
And Mitch had 4 fouls today, by the way.
He didn't foul out.
No, he didn't foul out. But he had 4 fouls against Reggie Thies. Excuse me, Daniel Tice and Thompson. And that's not a front court that scares you down low. So, and I'm not saying he got stuck on those guys. And many times today, I've seen some bad fundamentals. And again, Mitch is definitely hurt. He's lumbering around.
The thing about Orlando is they're not the best shooters. Most of their wings and guards. This is what's going to test Mitch because you can't get in foul trouble guarding Vucevic because their wings and their guards are just attackers. They go to the rim. They're not shooters at all.
They lost their starting point guard.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with the other wings and guards, though. Their wings and guards are slashers.
I feel as though that they can cover them. I feel as though
our perimeter defense ain't been all that great.
Yeah, well, and granted, look, they're not shooting well from three. Only shooting, I think, 30% from three. But again, I mean, they got Terrence Ross, who is shooting 37% of 5.7 attempts. Vucevic's actually shooting 42.7 attempts from 6.3, 43% off of 6.3 attempts. Vucevic has given us trouble each and every time we played him. Evan Fournier, another guy who could create his own shot, gives us trouble. Aaron Gordon, again, attacking guy. If he gets past the first level defense and Mitch is the last line of defense, that might be foul trouble. So we got to be, again, I'm not,
The guards have to cover their man. You can't put everything on Mitch.
No, Rob, you're not listening to me. Again, no one's saying what you have. I'm saying that if that happens, Mitch will be left on an island, and that can spell trouble for him. And he has to also hold on to Vucevic, who's a multifaceted center, who's given us problems every time we face them.
Like I said, with them is they have Foreigner's not playing, but between Ross, Bacon, and Ennis, they're 6'6", 6'7", each of them. And those are your wing players. You still got Aaron Gordon with his athleticism might present a different kind of challenge for Julius. But I think he should be fine defensively. It's just like RJ is not going to be able to have his way against either end of those three, like Bacon, Ennis, or Terrence Ross. So he's going to have to rely more on his shot, which
RJ gonna get his 20 tomorrow. He gonna get his 20. It depends on how many shots he's gonna take, and how many shots he's gonna take. RJ right now, I think like I seen RJ turn the corner. I just seen like RJ turn the corner on shot selection. I think that right now, RJ turned the corner this week. This week, RJ playing since his slump. He changed he passed the corner on shot selection. That's what I feel that RJ did. I think that he finally understands now. I don't have to take 20 shots. I got to let this rock, because when I got to get my shots. The same thing that coach said about Knox. When you take good shots, he make them. When RJ take good shots, he makes them.
Right.
So he showed today when he takes good shots, he makes them. So we go with that. That RJ, to me right now, I think RJ gonna get his 20. He gonna get his 20, and he's gonna take good shots. He turned the corner, and his mindset is the growth, development. That's what we're looking at. I really think that RJ turned the corner this week. That now he's not looking for 18 shots, that I need to be the best player after Randall. What I need to do is trust my shots, and I don't have to take too many, and I need to trust the rest of my team. That's what I think RJ hit this week in his development. I don't think RJ is going to be putting up. RJ is hitting shots, good shots now. He's taking them where he making them now. Even if it's 11 shots, he cut down the other 5 shots that would have made him 5 for 17. Now he's going to be like 6 for 12, stay in that range, pass the ball up. That's what I'm looking at RJ. I think in his development stage right now, I see that RJ made that change, and it's going to affect the rest of the team. Everybody is playing free. They playing loose. And I think that the problem, I don't think that we're going to have a problem with Orlando. I know they beat us in the past, We got a different coach. We
Well,
playing a different style of ball.
Can I say something real quick on RJ? So RJ, the thing with him is that and this is what Tom Thibodeau's been doing, right? To make him shoot more corner threes. He's doing that with everybody that can so-called shoot threes or has the possibility of shooting threes, right? He's done it with Knox. That's why Knox is shooting like 44% of his shots from three, shooting, I think, 60.9 or around 60% from the corner three. You saw Obi take a few corner threes today. You've seen RJ Barrett take corner threes. Is the easiest three. He's trying to get them acclimated. Another thing that he's doing, though, is also limiting RJ's minutes. RJ played 29 minutes tonight. I think he played less against Cleveland, or less than his average, which was at the point, I think was around 30.5 minutes, which led the NBA, right? Keep RJ having fresher legs. Tibbs has to make better use of rotations. But again, have RJ as that slash and guard, rest him for a lot of the second quarter, bring you a second unit, bring it back and allow him to slash, right? And keep him fresh. Because one thing with RJ is that given that he's not the most explosive, right, he does need that little jump on his legs. He does need that little lift. So playing him for 38 minutes a night is just not going to work. And again, with RJ, what I like what they're doing is that, and I think that they've always been doing this with him, where it's to make him to have in his mind that he needs to be a secondary ball playmaker, right? That's why you see him now. He makes a lot of those passes out to the corner when he makes the drive.
And he wasn't. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
See, in the Cleveland game, he had that nice pass to Randall for, I think, the only corner three Randall made that night. I might be wrong, but I remember it was a corner three. He passed out to Randall after the pick, or whatever. He passed out to Randall after he drove to the basket. The thing with RJ, though, he has to fix a little bit of his touch. You know what I mean? He had a few ones tonight where it's like, RJ, I got to have it. But then it's like he'd get it back and got fouled, right? He had like two floaters that he missed. It's like, RJ's right there. But to begin the game, again, he had that nice floater. It was good. You know what I mean? He's stepping in, taking a mid-range shot, picking the spots, like you said, Rob. So that's how you guys say it. Now, to say he's turned a corner, I'm not there yet. I need to see it to where, one thing that convinced me to really turn a corner? When he's driving with his right and he lays up with his right.
Yeah.
Many times he'll drive to his right, but he'll lay up with his left.
With the left. Yeah.
And you got to be adept when you go into it. Because you know why? When you could do that and you could drive somebody with the right while going to your right, it's harder for them. If the guy's on your left, it's harder for them to defend it. It's hard for them to get near it. That one he had on Cleveland that he laid up on JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee is a little, I would say he's doofy, but it's like,
yeah, we know what he is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he let RJ get that spacing because he actually was trying to prevent the pick and roll. He let RJ get that spacing and then he didn't close out. So it's like, I mean, stuff like that. When I see RJ just better touch, then I'll be convinced. That means he truly knows where spots are. But again, guys, look, people try to kill Tibbs before this game. This is why wins and losses it f's us up.
I defended Tibbs all
No, not you. But I've heard I'm not coming at you or Kevin Owen. I've heard people on Twitter say, "Oh, fire Tibbs." I'm like, dogs. Literally, say we had 0 wins, right? As extreme as that sounds. If you literally could just look at the development you've seen with guys like Mitch. Now, granted, tonight Mitch had 4 fouls, but Mitch throughout the season has not fouled out yet. He's averaging 30 minutes a night, which was higher than 23 last year. His defensive field goal percentage is better than that guy's average field goal percentage or his average opponent's field goal percentage, which is good. That means good defense, even if his blocks are a little bit down. That's development. RJ Barrett, they were making him to shoot a lot of shots. People killing RJ, he's taking a lot of shots. That's Tibbs telling him to take those shots to develop his three-point shot. How can I develop it if I don't take them? You know what I mean? And again, I don't think Tibbs is looking at it as like, we're going to a place like, hey, let me develop these guys first. If you go to the playoffs, great. But let me get these guys better so we know what we have going into next season. Next season, we can build. That's one thing. Your boy Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox is shooting how many corner threes? His percentage of corner threes have doubled from last year, right? And every good game Kevin Knox has had is outside the Bucks game has been what? Kevin Knox doing what? Hitting a bunch of corner threes, right? That's one way he's trying to develop him and build his confidence to do other stuff, right? Randall, 19 and 10. People saying it was empty. I was saying it. This season, he's coming in, he's out point forward, getting everybody involved, facilitating, pushing out. That's development. So all y'all people talking about Tiffany be 5 man, just chill. This is why people don't want to come in New York, because they have stupid fans like us who sit there, fire Tibbs, when literally there's development right there. Like there's development right before your eyes.
On the floor, right there. I agree 100%. Right there on the floor. Development.
Well,
right
I am heading off. We got a 12 o'clock game tomorrow. I need some rest. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Sorry, Kevin, can you give your prediction on Kevin Knox tomorrow?
Kevin Knox tomorrow.
Just so we got some ammo once Chuck B. And someone block Chuck B in the chat. Please
I don't know what's
him.
going on with Chuck. Like he was just on like last night, the night before,
I think Chuck ran. Chuck didn't want to be on.
Barnes. It wasn't Barnes too. It wasn't me. Somebody blocked in the chat. Please don't do that, man. Chuck B don't. Come on, man.
I don't think he was blocked. I think he didn't want to show up because
I said he was just on last night or the night before.
No, yeah, he was trying to type. He showed me the Twitter on Twitter. He showed me the pic of like, yo, I can see myself. So when you are blocked, you can see yourself, but like I can't see you. You can't see him. None of you guys can see him. So please don't block Chuck B, man. He doesn't.
Yeah. Chuck, that's.
So we need a prediction for your boy Kevin Knox. Just so when Chuck B comes back, we can have some sauce.
Yeah. What I think Tibbs would do.
Kevin is scared. Kevin is scared.
No, I know. I'm trying to look at the matchups, and
Look,
I'm thinking,
put it on. Hey, Kev, just put it on minutes. If he plays so amount of minutes, what you think he gonna have? If he get 30
Kevin
minutes,
Knox plays more than 20 minutes, he'll probably get 15.
Whoo! And by the way, the small forwards he's gonna play. Evan Fournier is out, so they got James Ennis and Gary Clark. Didn't Gary Clark retire?
Well, they switch up. It's really they can switch it because it's Bacon. Is Bacon?
Oh, they got
Ennis, Clark.
They have Aaron Gordon who might get stuck on him.
So really, it's all it. Like I said, if he plays more than
30 minutes, how much he gonna score?
If he gets 30 minutes,
yeah.
Kevin is scared, Rob. Watch.
If Kevin Knox gets 30 minutes,
wow! Someone said 21, 5 and 5. Holy crap!
Well, his rebounding is. I mean, Kevin Knox will get about 4 rebounds. He'll probably get 4 rebounds, a steal, maybe a block.
If he gets 30 minutes, what he gonna score?
Tomorrow against Orlando, if he gets 30 minutes.
30 minutes. How much?
He can't say.
Between 15 and 20.
Okay, if he get 20 minutes, how much he gonna score?
Between 12 and 15.
Okay, so any 15 or less, how much he gonna score?
Oh, if he gets 15 or less, he might get like 8, 9.
Okay,
because I think tomorrow will be a game that they want to spread the floor. They'll spread the floor tomorrow. To bring Vucevic, because Vucevic is out, so they'll try and. I don't see them zoning that much, so I think he'll get more opportunities for the 3.
My prediction on Knox is this: if Knox get 30 minutes, I'm looking for 20 to 25.
The reason I think he'll get more minutes tomorrow is knowing Tibbs, he's not going to change. He's not going to change his rotation. But Austin Rivers is undersized against the guards and wings that they have.
Against Cole Anthony? I don't think Cole.
Well,
Anthony.
He's not. The thing about Cole Anthony is not guarding him. Cole Anthony be guarding either Peyton or Quickly. Like Rivers doesn't come in to play point guard.
Yeah, but Rivers going to be in with I think gonna be in with Quickly or Peyton, not with both of those guys, right? He usually comes in with the. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Rivers start too.
Cole Anthony is starting. Cole Anthony is starting.
No, right. So okay, sorry. So if Rivers comes in from the bench, he'd have who? He'd have
Ross. Either Ross or
Terrence Ross, 6'6", yeah.
Or
Michael Carter Williams plays a lot of minutes on this team.
No, because I'm looking at their box score from the other game. The players that they played.
Well, Michael Carter Williams played like 22. He's averaging like 22.9 minutes, so he would probably get some burn.
Is he out? Because he didn't play their last game.
You have a few people out, man. They have Evan Fournier's out. I just found out tonight by somebody in the chat. Hold on.
I know Fournier's out, but I don't know because I'm looking at their last game and I don't see Michael Carter Williams.
Yeah, he's out for Monday. He was out for Saturday, so he's out.
So they're looking at a backup point guard, someone named Bone, Jordan Bone.
I think that Knox gonna have probably if Knox played 20 plus minutes, if he played 30 minutes, he gonna have 20 plus. If he plays 20 under, he's gonna have 15 to 12, and he's gonna get you He's gonna get you right now. I would say he's gonna get you between 3 and 5 boards.
Hey, I'll put it like this. I feel like this. Tampa's not that far from Orlando. So if Mama and Daddy comes to the game, oh no, it's in New York. I was like, there's in Orlando, and Mama and Daddy comes to the game.
Oh, you talking about with Knox?
Yeah. If this is in Orlando and his mom and daddy comes to the game, whew, watch out.
Oh my! Look at
Knox is gonna have a good game.
Look at Kevin. Hoping the parents come. If the parents somehow come,
Knox gonna have a good game tomorrow. He gonna have a good game.
Yeah, he'll have a good game. Oh, Knox has. I'll put it like this. I don't think Knox has had a bad game.
Knox is going, look, if you give Knox 30 minutes tomorrow, which I think just because he's the freshest one off this victory, he didn't really play too much. So
Tibbs
tomorrow,
don't care about that.
No. I'm really thinking, look, I know where Tibbs is going. I think Knox is going to play 25 to 30 minutes tomorrow. I think he's going to get that tomorrow.
Here's the thing. Knox will get more than 20 minutes when Knox comes in the game and he just starts firing. If Knox,
no.
Knox
every time I've seen Knox this season, for the most part, like take a shot off the dribble, he don't make those shots. He is
he did it twice against Brooklyn.
Sooner or later, he's doing it.
But it's not dependable. He also, I think, was it Brooklyn or Cleveland? No, it was Cleveland, I believe it was. He was on the left wing. He took the dribble and he missed the shot. And I'm not even on it. I'm saying his bread and butter right now. If you talking about he's gonna get a lot of points,
but you got to bread and butter. I think that now he's feeling comfortable enough to start coming off the dribble because the three in the corner that's money. Now you got to add to your game. I think.
How about this? I think that shot with him pulling up off the dribble, it'll come. He may not be the best at it now. But it'll come. It'll start falling more regularly.
He's gonna hit 2 or 3 of those off the dribble. He's gonna hit 2 or 3 of those off the dribble tomorrow.
That's only if he hits 3 or 4 of them from the corner first.
Oh yeah, that's part of it.
He has to hit it from the corner first because I've watched him that mid-range shot, whatever. It's very inconsistent. It's not there. I'm not sure. I'm just saying it's not there yet. But when Knox feels himself, he's in that little corner, that little wing right on that point. That's his bread and butter. If he doesn't do that tomorrow.
No, he's going to do that first, but I also think that he's going to venture outside because lately he's been venturing out. So what? He didn't make it, but he's going to make it. He has that shot.
I've seen it, Rob. When he doesn't make those shots, he stops.
Hey, look, I think his confidence is coming. I think that Knox is going to take that shot and he's going to make it. I give him 2 to 3 off the dribble tomorrow, something in the paint, even with that little ugly flow. He's going to do something else different tomorrow besides that corner, and he's going to make the shot.
Charles Burrows said, watch Knox get 8 points. Yeah, they're killing Knox, man. But yeah, man, I gotta get back to work, man. I'm screwed. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Rob, salute, man. Kevin Wright, salute.
No doubt, I don't know if Freezie's still on, but I'm about to go myself.
Freezie's on. Freezie, wake your butt up, man. This guy thinks he's slick trying to get nasty.
Yeah, he be sleeping in the dark talking
about and just having Rob on here like, oh yeah, Freezie, get your butt back in here, man. But I'm out, man. I'll see you guys later, man. Peace
out, bro. I'm out too. It's 3:00. Freezie, we out. Chat. D Jones.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Stay up, Freezie.